All right, and we're live. Welcome to another episode of Foreign and Domestic. We're glad you all could show up. We have a couple of awesome people with us that we haven't had in a while, so we're glad to have those. But before we get started, we will jump over to Alan for true fashion of how we start the show.
Very good, very good. Yeah, in the usual fashion.
True fashion of how we start the show.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Yeah, it's been a good week here at the B Pro residence. Been extremely busy, but unfortunately haven't gotten to go out and do any shooting. It's just been cold and freezing and snowy, nasty outside. But I'm going to go ahead and list off what our great illustrious YouTube says is our participants, which the list is Andy Chris 338, Lakeview Outdoors, Mystic Guns is out there. We've got a Lone Wolf 76. We've had a lot of other people chime in that YouTube is saying isn't out there. Blue Healer, New York Outcast, Edward Petty, Richard White, the Texas Outlaw himself, Michael Signs, Kingpin, Bohemian Hunting Club was out there. He's probably going to come back at some point, so just be warned. Ghost Rider also out there. Not sure if I listed that or not. And like to welcome you all. And there's one other person specifically that is watching our show tonight that I'd like to welcome, and that's our YouTube viewer. So welcome and thank you for watching.
Absolutely. So we have a special guest. He hasn't been on in a while. He tried to come in last week, but had some issues. But Mr. TR Prepper, how's it going, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you're keeping it going. This Sunday night slot's been passed on a few times, and I'm glad to see you're still carrying on.
Yep, it's been an awesome thing to have, and we appreciate it for sure. And we will definitely keep it going as long as we can. We got Rick. Is your six covered?
I appreciate the invite. It's nice getting on here. It's been a long time. It's great seeing Roger. I haven't seen Roger. He lives right down the street, and I haven't seen him in a while. So. And I think, Bo, you're in town around here somewhere too, my friend, aren't you?
Yeah, just down here in South Carolina.
There you go. So other than that, I appreciate the invites and say hi to everybody out there. And I can't comment for some reason.
You froze up.
If you're trying to do it in the StreamYard side, you can't do it. You got to do it on the YouTube side. I don't know. It's weird like that. With that being said, we do have dark in South Carolina.
And that's all I got to say about that. Yeah, I've been away from home here for just over a week now, down here enjoying this beautiful warm weather after the rain went away, and just seeing how you folks down here live in the wintertime. Now the hunting season's over, and I'll be heading back home somewhere about midweek next week. And back to the nice snowflakes, and when I say snowflakes, I mean crystal, as in cold, area of the great North Coast.
Are you actually in South Carolina, David?
Yes.
Where you at?
Down by Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You're too far away from me. I'm on the other entire end of South Carolina.
Yeah, up there in the nice hilly area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And last but not least, we always have Jamie. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, thanks for having me. Good to see you, TR Prepper, and is your six covered, Mr. Rick? Always good to see you two guys. And, of course, I'm used to being picked on by Daniel and Alan and Scotsman. So, thanks for having me.
We don't pick on you, man.
Daniel. This is the worst time of winter. It's like after hunting season and before turkey season. So, yeah, it's not really a good time to be down here, but we're glad you're here anyway.
We're probably saying is back in Ohio right now, it's no season.
It's a season, all right. It's a season of snow.
How much snow you got up there, Scotsman?
Not too much right now. It didn't snow over the weekend until today, so I had a chance to melt for the most part, but I don't know what it looks like now. But it was snowing earlier.
TR, how much snow you got over there in South Carolina?
None this year so far.
The same amount we have down here in Georgia.
Yeah.
What about Alan? How much snow you got, man?
I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that we have all of your snow and ours. So if you want it, you're more than welcome to it. You can come take this crap away. I am done with it already. Just done with it. It's been sort of miserable. Just too damn cold to get out and pop some rounds or anything else. So yeah, you're welcome to come take it away.
No, man, no. Let me explain something to you. In Georgia, we don't have the equipment to deal with snow. And we don't never get just snow. Y'all make fun of us the way we drive in snow. It ain't just snow. It starts with rain, then it turns to ice, then it turns to snow, and then it turns to sleet and ice again. TR tell you. And then, man, when you try to go to work, there's a layer of ice, a layer of snow, and then a layer of ice again. So nobody can drive on ice. I don't care who you are. And then we don't have like what we got. Scotsman, you lived down here for a while. What we got? 4 snow plows in the entire state of Georgia. So yeah, you can keep it, Alan. We're good, brother.
We get so much of it, and we've got tons of equipment here to take care of it, and they do the damnedest they can. But we've also got Weather by Sybil here in Iowa. And just like Mother Nature is multi-personality and has no idea what she's doing from 5 minutes to the next. And so we get a lot of that. We get a lot of the layer of ice and then a snow on top of it and another layer of ice on top of that. So you try to go anywhere and you're crunching through and then you hit the ice again. It's a good time. It's a good time. Good thing I drive a 4-wheel drive, or else I may not be sitting here today.
I just want to say, in this past week, we were in the 20s. So somehow your weather got pushed down here, and you need to come and get it and take it back up there.
I was blowing really, really hard southbound, so I don't know if that helped or not. Because yeah, it actually did hit a heat wave here. I think it did.
When you say you were blowing south wind, was you talking about barley functions?
I knew this was going to end up into a shit storm myself.
Well, it all depends. You never quite know. Unless it's like green.
It's a shit storm.
If it's slightly green in color, yeah, you might be able to identify that.
You had to know Jan was going to show up at some point.
So I'm gonna what? You gotta excuse me. My aunt is throwing ice cream cones at me. We're talking about snow and all.
Yeah, it's too cold to have ice cream. Screw
I
that.
saw that drumstick.
Well, and that's a very much an oddity. I don't know why people crave ice cream during the middle of winter, but they do out here. And it's we have a homemade ice cream place where they make all their ice cream on site. And during the middle of winter, they do more business there than they do during the middle of summer. I don't understand it myself.
Get this one. So, and I don't understand this, but where I work, they have an ice cream machine, but they don't use it during the summer. No. It's filled and ready to go during the winter.
That's good acclimating.
Well, it was 65 degrees here today, so it's ice cream weather.
Ice cream's always good. Always.
Sweet tea is the same way. Anytime, anywhere, any day.
That freaks some Yankees out too, Rick. You go into a restaurant and say, I want some sweet tea. They're like, what? It's like you ordered grits or something, man.
What's a grit?
I don't know if I like them. Can I try just one? I'm like,
You got instant grits or do you got regular grits?
I got regular grits, man. We don't do that instant thing. Real Southern boys don't eat instant grits, and they don't let their friends do it either. TR, that's right. Do what?
That's
I said I don't.
Go ahead, Rick.
I was just gonna say I haven't found the love for grits yet.
Well, you gotta get your eggs over medium. Whatever pork product, it has to be pork, sausage, bacon, ham, whatever, and you mix all that shit together, and then you take a big old dollop of it and eat it.
Wait a minute, that's an omelet.
Well, it's the grits, whatever pork product you prefer. There's an option there. So, like I said, bacon, sausage, ham, country ham, not Canadian bacon or no country ham, and you mix that all together and you take a big bite of it. It's like Egg Benedict Southern style.
And don't trust anybody that puts sugar in their grits.
No, fuck that. Shoot that motherfucker.
That's a communist infiltrator right there, boy.
Yeah, that is a telltale sign.
I guess y'all can tell me and TR are both real country, right?
I've never seen anybody put sugar in grits, but I've heard about it. But I tell you what, if I see you put sugar in grits, my eyeballs are going to be pointed at you and my hand's going to be on my gun. I'm like,
that's a good way to get a pistol whipping.
MCK says grits with jelly, and I've heard of people doing that, taking jelly, mixing it in with their grits. So
nah, well, pistol whip at least.
Well, I love MCK, but where is he from?
Well, daggone it, I should know. I mailed him a package about a couple years ago.
I understand now. MCK, when he was a kid, he didn't put that jelly in his grits. His parents and grandparents put the jelly in the grits to get him to eat them. That's the trick they played on us all when we were little kids.
And butters, salt, and pepper.
Exactly. And then bacon, a little bit of bacon on the top.
Everything's better with bacon.
Absolutely.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, you about can't have an American breakfast without bacon. And it's good for lunch and dinner as well.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. If you skip the grits and you go to hash browns, I'm okay with that. I won't judge you because sometimes I don't get grits. I get hash browns. But you still get the eggs over medium, not over easy. That's a little bit too raw for me. Over medium. And mix all that shit up together and eat it.
Yeah. That's why my daddy did it. I graduated to scrambled eggs. Kristen Grest said he puts cheese in his grits, but
Yeah.
my thing about that is, have you ever cooked them and put cheese in them? Man, you will burn yourself up. That cheese starts popping, and when the grits start boiling and that cheese starts popping out on you, man, that stuff's like glue. It's hot grease, basically. That'll burn you up, man. I ain't kidding you.
It's like hot tar.
These nice people didn't tune in tonight to hear us talk about the fine delicacies of a Southern breakfast. So somebody help me out. Get me out of this bind here.
All right, well, let's talk about impeachment. There's the open fucking book right now.
Or for the sports fan, we can talk about the tragic loss of Kobe Bryant today.
Yeah, I wasn't a big basketball fan, but I mean, I hate to see anybody die. Period. No matter, even my worst enemy, I don't really want to see die. Well, now they might be a few Muslims, but anyway.
Y'all gotta love TR, man. We've been missing you, brother. One thing,
If you want me dead, I don't got much sympathy for you.
well, there you go.
You know, if you just have a political, hell, if you're absolutely opposite of me politically, I don't want you to die. But now, if you want me to die, it's a different story. I would think most people would agree with that.
I would.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the rally in Virginia. Look how that went down. Everyone was very peaceful and quiet and calm and acted the way they were supposed to. Yet you had all these other groups that were threatening violence and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're the bad people.
Yeah,
Picked up their trash, cleaned up.
The national media had an absolute field day with it. Thought that it was just going to turn on its head and become something that they could use as fuel for their fire. And all they really did was wake up a lot of people and get a lot of people out there doing what they did. My question is did they even observe it, or were they just too chicken shit and ran away and decided that they're just going to completely ignore that it even happened, that the people said no, we need to do this, and the people did it?
Well, what it showed is we were when I say we, gun owners, very respectful. We cleaned up our own mess. Well, we showed up in force with enough arms that I really don't think they anticipated that. But at the end of the day, it showed that I heard all kind of numbers, but on average, 30,000 people showed up with guns and nothing happened.
There was one arrest.
Yeah, there was one arrest.
One arrest. The guy had a mask on.
Yeah, it was an Antifa or however you want to pronounce it. And the only reason they got arrested because they refused police instructions to take off the mask. Anyway, we showed that we can be peaceful, but we also showed that we can show up in force, and the next time it might not be so peaceful. That's what I got out of it.
I've been reading some things. It sounds like West Virginia is going to get double in size pretty soon.
Yeah.
They're putting stuff through their legislature, and that way the counties or whatever, they just got to have local votes.
Yeah, I saw some of that online as well, that they were trying to open it up. Can't really blame them.
That's going to be interesting to see how that develops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Virginia has gone ape shit, bat shit, fucking crazy. I mean, they've even introduced a bill that, well, if you criticize a legislator or a representative or a congress member or whatever, we're going to make that a misdemeanor. It's like, whoa, hold up. There's the First Amendment. I can call you a asshole. I can do whatever I can say whatever I can, other than making a threat. You can't make a threat. I get that. But I can call you an asshole. And that's not a crime under the First Amendment. But they're wanting to make that a crime. Virginia has gone full freaking retard.
Yep.
Yeah, they absolutely have. And for them to be like, oh, well, you can't criticize what we're doing, what we're saying, but you know, how many you have celebrities that are holding up severed Trump's head.
Yeah.
And celebrity musicians that are putting out violent, encouraging riotous behavior against our government, against our president, and nothing happens to them. Oh, that's just music. You don't need to worry about that. No, that's a fucking straight up threat.
There's congressmen doing that.
I understand I can't threaten a government official. I also can't threaten the freaking guy downstairs that keeps letting his freaking dog shit in front of my door. I can't threaten him either, you know? So why are they so fucking special? Just because, oh, well, we're going to create a new law that says you can't threaten us because we're in the government.
That if you read the Constitution, that was the whole point of it. The government is restricted by the people. The whole Constitution is a restriction of what the government can do, not a restriction of what the people can do. No, a restriction of what the government can do. Not the other way around.
But they keep going the other way around.
Well, and people are
going the other way around. We even heard a quote, and you could probably tell me where this came from, TR, but that Trump has had a year and a half or 2 years to prove his innocence. I don't know. I can't remember exactly who said it, but it came from the left of he's had this much time to prove his innocence.
Yeah, no, you have to prove his guilt, not his. He don't have to prove his innocence. You have to prove his guilt. Period. As a citizen or a president, for that matter, he doesn't have to prove his innocence. As a prosecution, you have to prove his guilt. And they have not done that. Period. You got to prove him guilty. He doesn't have to prove he's innocent. That's the problem with the red flag laws. You have to
They
prove
just keep
innocent.
dragging the whole thing out, and I think, and I might be wrong, but they just keep dragging it out because of the whole new presidential campaign coming around. So now they're trying to drag it out and make it where he looks so bad that people don't want to vote for him, which they're getting the completely opposite thing.
Well, I think they need to stick with their plan and not allow witnesses, because this is going to be over within a week. And by the time election time comes, he was impeached, acquitted, and it's going to be like 8, 9, 10 months later, whatever it is. I hadn't done the math in my head, so forgive me. That shit's going to be in the past. And people today, they got a 5-minute fucking attention span. So something that happened 8 months ago, it's gone. The Democrats fucked up. They thought they was going to drag this out until election time, but it's not going to happen.
The red flag laws are just getting absolutely ridiculous. Boneyard's right. Mississippi just put in their red flag law. And it's completely unconstitutional. It's not right.
Mm-hmm. No,
you know, I got a problem with the guy that lets his dog shit in front of my door. So I'm going to call the cops and say, yeah, he's got lots of weapons and has threatened our local government. And that's all it takes. They don't even need to know my name. They don't need to know nothing. And then that guy's going to end up reaping hell and having to prove his innocence in a country where you have to prove nothing. They have to prove you guilty.
yeah.
But it's completely, all the red flag laws are completely ass backwards from the way our judicial system works.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep, and it's going to cost that person thousands upon thousands to get them back.
Yeah.
If they just don't go, whatever, I can't defend myself. What are you going to do? Get a public offender? I mean, defender? Oops.
I mean, your neighbor could, like where I live. I can shoot my gun all I want. I could burn 1,000 rounds an hour in my yard. It's perfectly legal, and my neighbor could be like worried or offended, or I'm pissing them off because of noise. I'm not doing anything illegal, but if there was a red flag law, they could say, hey, you need to go take his guns because I think he's out of sorts or whatever. And yeah, red flag laws are bullshit.
And yet we're seeing them more and more getting passed across our country. And I don't understand yet again why the federal government isn't stepping in and going, no, you can't do that.
Yeah. But I think Virginia is a really good.
You guys see this roll of plastic I got? It's pretty cool, huh?
But Virginia,
Scotsman, you were shitting, weren't you?
Well, with these red flag laws, and here we are doing a live stream. So neighbors of mine, Two Family Homestead, who's got a YouTube channel, they don't even show guns. And here are guys, they got swatted live during a live chat. So us gun channels, we got to watch out for that too with these red flag laws.
Come on, Scotsman, I get you. Did I get you, Scotsman, or not?
Nah, man. I was waiting for you to go. Here's the tactical paper or something. I was waiting for it.
All right.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, they'll ban 4-foot straws next, and it's all because of Rick.
They already did in California. Actually, they didn't.
Oh, you was trying to show a fake gun. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll show a real one.
No, you can't. You can't, Roger.
Why not?
It's not America. YouTube's not American anymore. No. You'll get Scotsman a strike or whoever's running.
They only look at the first
They can
40,
suck on this.
they only look at the first 40 seconds.
You think so, huh?
That's what I've been informed of.
Because I got this cool thermal chingamadiggy / red dot I wouldn't mind showing.
From what I understand, they look at the first 40 to 45 seconds. That's how they review it. Because those little fucking millennials don't have the attention span to watch 1 hour of video. So, here's my carry gun. I carry a Smith & Wesson Shield.
Scotsman better start drinking. He's like, son of a. What
I don't care.
With a Mag Guts magazine.
All right, look at that thing.
11 rounds, 9mm. So I carry 11 rounds of 9mm with a Bayashi holster.
How many rounds you got through that thing now?
Not that many. I hadn't shot it that much. I mean, I've shot it enough to think it's reliable enough to carry. Yeah, a few hundred rounds, maybe. I think it's a lot different than when I was growing up. Where when I was growing up, the gun gurus said you had to shoot 500 rounds without failure. But we're talking 70s and 80s. Okay. Nowadays, guns they have really stepped up. The gun manufacturers really stepped up their game, and either the gun's reliable or it's not. I have yet to pick up a modern handgun and have, a lot of failures with it. If you shoot factory ammo in a modern gun, I would be really surprised if you have failures. Maybe the first 50 rounds, I can get that. 50, 100 rounds. Okay, it needs to get broke in a little bit. There might be some, the machining wasn't that good or whatever. But I don't think you have to shoot 500 rounds through a modern handgun to prove it's reliable. And go panel. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. On average, I probably put a couple hundred at most. If I have an issue, you're gonna notice it. But the other point to that too is it's a mechanical device. It's always gonna have a failure at some point in time, which is when it happens. So always carry a spare magazine, carry extra rounds of ammunition with you, and if you have that failure, you can take care of it.
One of my tried and true carry weapons, I won't carry it no more. It started acting up, and it no longer is in the carry rotation. Period. It just got taken right out.
What is it?
But before that was my my LC9S Pro. And I've got a crazy amount of rounds through it. It's I'm like, okay, it can come out. but on the other hand, I still want to put at least 300 rounds through a weapon before I carry it. I used to be of the 500 school. And I've dropped that number over the years just because the same reasons that TR was talking about. For the most part, if you do experience malfunctions, it's going to be within the first box or two, and then it just stops, and you don't have any problems past that.
Just remember, don't shoot Winchester white box ammo. It sucks.
No doubt. I mean, well, with any gun you get, you should be shooting a few hundred rounds through it so you get to know the gun. If you're going to carry it, shoot a 400 or 500 rounds through it so you get good, and then just shoot it every month and every 2 months minimum, just so you maintain your proficiency.
But when is a gun wore out? When it fails to function and loses its accuracy, I guess.
Yeah, it loses its accuracy. It starts failing to run properly, and like Scotsman said, it's a tool, it's a machine, and machines are going to fail. So you also prepare for that. You also train for that. Expect to be able to, out of nowhere, the firearm that you've been carrying for 6 months, all of a sudden it has a malfunction, and it's going to happen probably at the least opportune time. So you prepare for that and train for it.
And when you buy a gun, make sure it's got a really good warranty, a reputable company where if you got to send it in, you're going to get it back in less than a month. Where you can get all those, if the gun's wore out, send it in, have it rebuilt right by the company.
I think Smile Monkey, correct. It's usually at least 80% of the time the mag.
Yeah, a lot of times it is mags, the springs, go weak, the follower has problems, that kind of thing. But a lot on that note too, a lot of people don't clean their magazines. They don't break them down, clean them inside and out, all the springs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't maintain their firearms, especially your carry pistol. I mean, you get in pocket lint or belly freaking skin or whatever, depending on where you're carrying it. They get dirty. You got to keep them clean.
I had somebody ask me this week, hey, do you think you can help show me how to clean this particular gun? I won't mention its name because Scotsman runs the show, and anyway. You want to tell me, show me how to clean this thing. I've been carrying it in my truck for like 8 months, and it hasn't been cleaned since, and it's getting really dirty. I'm like, oh, it's one of those? Don't worry about it. It'll shoot. Maybe. I'm like, you got to maintain everything. Come on now. I'm like, you've been riding around with this thing in your truck for 8 months, and you haven't done any maintenance on it.
Give him a can of compressed air and a can of WD-40. Tell him to go have fun.
Sounds about right. Yep. I'll just give him the WD-40. Don't even worry about the can of compressed air. Just give him the WD-40.
All right, here's some Balisol and WD-40. Have at it.
Have you guys seen that new PSA? It's a new gun they're coming out with. It's basically on an AR lower, but it's set up with a size charging handle and 300 blackout, and it's more like it's at a 7.5-inch barrel they're putting on it. Left side charging handle. It looks cooler than hell. It's a little truck gun with a foldable stock, like a good truck gun kind of deal. Seen that video yet?
I've heard about it.
I think it's called like Atlas. Not Atlas. It has like a weird little name to it. It looked really cool.
I haven't seen it yet. I heard of it.
Oh, the Jackal right there.
Jackal.
Captain Stark got it, the Jackal.
Yeah, that thing looks cool as hell, man. It'd be a sweet little thing with a can on it. Be a sweet little truck gun.
300 blackout.
Yeah. Yeah, 7.5-inch barrel. What else did it have? But it's basically built on it doesn't look anything like an AR, but it's built on an AR lower. So you can buy an upper and put it right on your lower. And then it's, cause it's 300 blackout. They set it up as no gas tube or no tube, basically buffer tube. So it's gas blowback style, but it's so you can have a folding stock on it. It's pretty neat.
I heard them talking about that. They were discussing whether it was a blowback or a piston.
No, there was. Well, I don't know. I saw the video, but I thought he said blowback, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But it did have an adjustable glass block, so 3-position. You could have it off all the way, so you'd have to do like bolt action to it, or you could do suppressed or unsuppressed. So it's kind of looked pretty sweet.
There's another CZ fan right there now. Another convert. Buy you one. You'll love it.
Yep,
Dave
buy them
Allen.
up. Buy them up. The CZ virus is real, people.
I got a video coming out here in a little while, so
Yeah, once you buy one CZ, you're doomed to spend money on more of them.
Just ask Firearms 101. If you guys don't know who he is, go check out Firearms 101 and go ask him what happens after you shoot one.
Oh, that reminds me, Fuzz Fork. I guess I better thumbs this thing up, huh?
that Lakeview, that interests me profusely. All right, and let me explain why if I can have a minute. ARs. My eyes are old. I can't see to shoot iron sights anymore, so I have to have a scope. So when you shooting the AR, your options, if you put a scope on there, are either the side charging handle or the bigger rear charging handles. Which the rear charging handles are fine if you get one big enough that you can grab around the side of the scope. But that side charging handle on an AR, that's pretty interesting to me. What do you guys think? Any of y'all
Okay.
shot one?
What, a side charger?
Yeah.
I've shot one, but if you run a cantilever scope mount, there's plenty of room.
Yeah,
Or
either
regular-
cantilever scope mount or just get an extended latch.
Yeah, one of the two.
The extended latch, you can get them where they'll pretty much go on any one, so they're easy to fit.
Or just put a red dot on it, depending on what caliber the AR is. 100
Well, it's
yards.
depending on what you're trying to do.
Exactly. It just depends upon what you're looking to do with it. I mean, if it's a home protection gun, it's going to be a hell of a lot different than a distance gun. Yeah.
See, like this one would be more of a home protection gun, and you just put a thermal on it. Actually, it's just a piece of the pipe, boys. Don't get excited, but it's a thermal with a red dot.
Yeah, I just saw that video pop up, Rick. Is that a single plane? What is it?
Let me see here. So what you got is I took it off the roll of PVC pipe, but it's a thermal made by Leupold. It's called the Tracker. It does have crosshairs in it, but it does not. You can't elevate or do any windage with it. So you run a red dot in front of it, and then all you're looking at is a screen because it's not real. It's not like you're looking through it. You're looking through a computer screen, and all the sensors are in front of it, and then reproducing whatever is in front of you on that screen. But the screen lines up. Well, let me get the pipe again. The screen lines up Try to do this without getting Scotsman in trouble here. It lines up perfectly with the red dot. So when you have the red dot on, you see the red dot, but then it's in front of the screen, so you can see whatever you're looking at. Just watch the video; it'll show you.
Yeah, I saw you just put out a video out right before the show on it, and so there's no magnification on it or anything like that. It's strictly thermal.
Magnify it. It has like 5 different. You can make it where black is hot, white is hot, red is hot, green. So you depending on what kind of temperatures you're dealing with, and then depending on what you're trying to look for, there's one that's like black with red. Just watch the video. There's a bunch of, no, there's not a bunch. There's like 5 different modes you can go into, but you can zoom in on it as well to a point.
Is that a quick disconnect on it, or is it like screw tight?
No, this is set up right now. I was screwing around. I rebuilt this one. It's been sitting in the closet, and I'm like, you know what? I got a couple of things I could put on there to try, and then I'm cleaning the garage, and I saw a scope mount or one ring, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's the right height for that other deal. So I grabbed the thermal and put it on there, and I'm like, oh, it fits. And then I put it on top of the plastic roll, and it fit perfect. It perfectly aligned. I was like, yes. So then I mounted it up, tried it, and I was like, damn, this might actually work.
So for all you guys out there that don't know who Rick is, just covered this, shame on you. But after this stream, make sure you go check out his video. And make sure you leave a big thumbs down for him too.
Yeah, definitely. Your
That way
computer
you know
will
you're there.
as soon as it does that. Thumbs down. No, so I'm excited. I got to get the sight or the dot sighted in, and then I'll try it out to officially make sure it works. I'm pretty sure it's going to work though. I've been loading up mags, boys.
What you loading for?
For? What am I loading for?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just never know.
No, I was like, what are you loading for? What gun are you loading for?
The one that the pipe gun,
Okay.
plastic sheet pipe gun.
What caliber is it, Rick?
You're always supposed to have your magazines loaded.
And one in the chamber. Well, no, I got a lot of mags though. That's the problem. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so in the bag, there's 10 mags ready to rock and roll. Because, you got boxes of ammo, but then I'm like, I got a bunch of mags that are sitting there, like literally brand new ones. The one I showed you wasn't new, but, a bunch of these Colt ones that have just been sitting around. Have you guys seen this one? You guys seen these OD Colt mags? Actually, I don't know if they're Colt mags. I think they are. There's one thing that's different about this mag compared to all other mags, basically. I haven't found any other ones besides this one.
I bet you the bullet goes on the other side.
Yeah, Daniel. He's right. He's right. See, someone that watches my videos over there. Good job, Daniel. Yeah, the follower is different.
You sure you just wasn't loading 31 rounds in them mags?
No, they're on the opposite side. I showed you.
Yeah, but if you do that with 31, you'd have the one on the opposite side. The one you're just having problems.
No, I wasn't using those.
Or is it just your dyslexia kicking in?
All these have 27 in them. I even went down a couple more. I went down 3. Just so I wouldn't have to worry about it.
And utilizing that absolutely phenomenal Pop's Cabinet Shop loading press, I see.
I did. It's been a while since I've used this because
Baddest loading machine on the planet.
I think most of you guys got one of these, don't you? This thing works damn good. I used it not very often, but I loaded up 10 mags today and it worked perfect.
Every single time I come back from the range, I that's like one of the very first things that gets pulled out, because my mags don't sit empty for very long at all, like ever. I can get back from the range and I pull that thing out.
Nice. I'm loving the long range, boys. I am hooked.
That's
That is
good,
so
man.
much fun. So much fun.
That's good, dude. Yeah, I got a few I put together. I haven't got videos on them yet, but we'll get out here and do some shooting soon, and hopefully stretch them out in a little while. Get them stretched out there. 1,000 yards or so.
Yeah, buddy. If you get a chance, if you guys are going to go out shooting fairly soon, and you only need 100-yard range to do this, try running or just jogging for 4 minutes, and then you have your rifle set down on the ground, with the bipod and your bags if you got them, whatever, and just shoot one round, cold bore round, and try to get it in the 1-inch circle. Man, that's tougher than you think it is.
Yep, gotta get that heart rate elevated and that.
Yeah.
Well, that cold bore shot, mine don't the guy. I've seen it shoot 3 inches high on guns, and some of them just an inch high, or go to the right, and then every single one after that will be in that, right there in the bullet. That first cold bore sucks.
Yeah. Mine shoots a hair low first cold bore shot, but it's you think of it as I'm doing it for to try to pass this fake sniper law enforcement-y kind of precision sniper test thing, and I can't even pass the first part, but it's tough. 100 yards and it's a 1-inch circle, and the bullet has to be inside. You can't break the line with the bullet. It is tough after you ran for 4 minutes, because then you only get 60 seconds from that point. I guess I should say the other part. You only get 60 seconds from when the 4 minutes ends, where you get to touch your gun. Now you get 60 seconds to make the shot. So you got to know your cold bore shot if you're going to be like a law enforcement sniper guy, right? You need to know you can't use your second shot. It's got to be your first shot.
Yeah.
So
there's one for you, Edwards. Is anyone rotate their mags to keep as to not keep the constant tension on springs?
no,
Yeah.
I've had mags that have been loaded for years and they work fine. I've heard, I don't know how right it is, but a spring, right, whether in compression or out of compression, there's really no difference because it's a spring. What messes a spring up is going back and forth like this. That's what changes the spring dynamics, if you want to call it. So if it's like this the whole time, it doesn't really matter. Or like this is what I've heard.
There's been a lot of debate over that over the years, and one of the most credible sources that did a video on it that I believe is Paul Harrell. And he talked about a magazine that was loaded from like World War II. And he did have some trouble with that. So other than that, he hadn't really had any problems. Yeah, you're going to wear out the spring tension by going up and down, up and down, up and down. With that said, I keep everything loaded pretty much all the time. I don't rotate my mags out. If I go to the range, I just go up and I grab a stack off of the stack that I'm however much I'm going to bring with me to the range and just pile it into the bags. So it's still very debatable, but I would think, you know, if you've got a magazine loaded for 40, 50 years, that's the most disposable part of the gun anyway. Are you really going to worry about it that much?
And again, it kind of goes back to the whole do you clean your mags thing. You know, once you put a lot of rounds through them, break them down, clean them, and oil them, and you should be fine.
Well, you can take a look at from the prepper side point. What if somebody's storing their mags? You know, are they going to have them loaded up, put them in the box, and leave them there for 5 years? They might not have an issue with them, but if you leave them unloaded and whenever you might have to get that box out and use it, load them at that time. That way you can avoid and just have no tension on the spring.
But it's a spring. It's always got tension on it. It's just different.
Just a matter of degrees. Even sitting in a magazine that's still pushing that follower up, it's still got a certain amount of tension on it.
The most springs I've ever replaced were my competition ones, and those are because they were getting filled up, gone, filled up, empty, filled up, empty, filled up, empty all day long. And those are the ones that usually are the ones that get burnt out. And you can take them out and you can look at them, and they'll be shorter. They'll be shorter, and it's not from the bullet squishing them down. I think it's just from the wear on them. I don't know. I'm not a metallurgy mathematical ninja scientist, so I can't give you an official answer, but in my opinion, the ones that I have to change out are the ones I use all the time.
So always have some spare springs.
Yeah, for your competition stuff for sure. Well, if you're shooting competition, just change them out at least. Well, if you're like Rob Pop's Quest, you might want to change them out at least every 6 months. But if you're like me, once a year or year and a half.
You know, or just carrying backup guns with you. So when you do have failures, you can switch to another gun.
Yeah, you could do that. New York reloads work.
Yeah, it's an open-ended thing. I mean, for me, honestly, most of mine are still constantly loaded, but I break them down and I clean them and oil the springs and everything else as well. So generally, I've never had any issues. So.
Best thing is to get good mags.
Or just not use mags at all. Carry your revolver.
There you go.
Get all reliable.
There's more things that can go over.
There is, but you know how many times it actually happens? 0.
It's a piece of metal. It's a machine. It can break down.
You know, the only time I've seen issues with revolvers is people shooting reloads and the bullets are too long or something like that. Something stupid like that where they're an idiot. Or they load it too hot, don't know what they're doing, load it too hot and cause problems.
I've heard of people having timing issues, you know, the hand is going bad on it or little things like that. But again, that leans towards the maintenance side of things.
Yeah, if you got timing issues, you've either put too many hot loads through the firearm or you're just not maintaining the firearm at all.
Cowboy in it.
What do you guys think of the new revolvers coming out? Like the old what is it? The Code or Colt makes like the Python's coming back out, right? And some of those other ones.
Yeah, from what I've seen and heard, it is nothing like the old one, which doesn't surprise me one bit. And yeah, I'm not a fan.
Same with the Smith & Wesson Classics line there. Nah,
To me, you can't call it classic unless you're actually going to go back and do it the way it was supposed to be done. Then it'd be classic.
and that's
Calling
where the
calling it
reset.
a classic when there's nothing classic about it. You don't have the hammer mounted firing pin. You don't have the cylinder, done the way it should be. You don't have the pin on the barrel. You can't call it classic, man.
Yeah.
You
Took the
know,
words
beautiful
out of my
bluing
mouth.
job.
You got to have, if it's a classic, you got to have that recessed, the recessed cylinder, the pin barrel, and the hammer mounted firing pin, and no safety. The half cock is the safety.
Yep. No safety and no stupid key lock.
Right.
And you
Do
got to
those
have
other big Glock mags?
delicious, beautiful bluing.
Yeah, and I could show you some right now if I could just reach.
Go for it, man. It's fine. I don't care. Hell, it's already been done. Go for it.
Let's test Roger's theory on the 43 seconds.
Look at that shine, man.
That is purty.
That's sexy as red knee socks right there, boys.
Hey, if you show half a gun, Scotsman, do you get in trouble if you show half a rifle?
Well, we can already test the theory. Like I said, it's already been done, so screw it.
As long as you're as long as you're not showing how to operate it and all that, who freaking knows?
And what they're concerned about is somebody getting hurt on a live stream, on live YouTube.
Just don't take your eye out.
So I got this one set up because everybody wanted me to shoot the 330 Win Mag, I guess, to blow my shoulder out of socket. So we're going to give this one a shot. Thompson Center, baby.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm glad you went with the 338. That'll be you'll definitely feel it.
Look at
That's
a big. That's smoking. That's a big barrel. Well, what do you think of your first strike, Scotsman?
I think they can go.
So I wouldn't be talking about strikes too much. That was nuts the other day.
Oh, I got troll bomb the other night. I don't know if you heard about that or not. That was awesome.
What happened?
I had to take that down quick.
Some trolls came on, tried to set him up to get him some multiple strikes.
Multiple strikes. Let's just say there was some sex toys involved and some porn scene for about 3 channels.
Wow. What did you do? You post the link in the description?
I did, but here's the thing: is you know how you still get a chance to let people in, moderator.
Yeah.
What is that, moderator? There's a normal dude, and it looks like this, and just sitting there. He's sitting there waiting, like me, without talking right now. And I'm like, okay, cool, new guy, never met the guy, whatever. Click on him. As soon as I click on him, his screen completely changes to frickin' lots of stuff. I was like, what the? It's like, yeah. So he looked like a normal dude because I'm like, and then all of a sudden there was more people trying to do this, or maybe the same guy but in a different name or whatever.
Yeah, I went and checked, went through the side chat when they were typing under it, and it was all 0 subscribers, no content. So I bet you it was all the same guy on multiple troll channels.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. So that was me, Scotsman. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. There he is.
There's we are back.
He's back in action. Dun, dun. There he is. He's back in action. Take care, Red. I'm liking those new throwing knives you got.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be anywhere near Red in throwing distance.
Yeah. That's true. He's got a
I don't think I've ever seen a guy that can throw as well as Red does. It's just kind of the man doesn't need to carry a firearm.
Yep. Shotguns and throwing knives. He's good at both. CZ Fangirl. So you got that pretty purpley pink new CZ that looks nice.
Yeah, she's got the Shadow 2 that she went ahead and made it optic ready herself.
No, she also bought the actual CZ Shadow 2 optic ready. They can get them in Canada, but we can't get them here.
Who cares about that? She was taking the whole thing apart and polishing everything. Now that's a real CZ owner right there.
Yeah, the amount of hop ups that she's been putting on those things is just absolutely incredible, man. They're badass weapons as it is, but I would like to wrap my mitts around one of hers because the detail works.
She's a married woman, Alan.
Yeah, just slow it down, buddy.
Whoa! I'm
you're wrong.
Okay, yeah.
You're as bad as Chico was Sharenda, man.
Hey, Alan, can you work on getting a music strike by playing the guitar a little bit so we can get 2 strikes on this one chat?
Yeah, we're going for it all out.
Well, like I said, for everything else I've seen, the first 45 seconds is where they get you.
Buzzford got a strike for talking about little shitbag hog.
Who?
David Hogg.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's probably because they got a lot of younger people that are used to watching TikTok videos.
Yeah,
So-
but like I said, it depends on how you introduce the video. You need to talk like a minute about nothing,
About
and
grits.
then get into the subject.
I say we just Chris Ledoux. Yeah, play some Chris Ledoux, buddy. Shooting with Uncle Dan. I'm still waiting on that video. I love Chris Ledoux.
I miss
Anybody know who Chris Ledoux is?
No.
Probably not.
Mm-mm.
I miss Uncle Dan's playing and singing videos, but I don't blame Alan for not picking up a guitar. You got Uncle Dan in the side chat, and you want to pick up and play a guitar. That's kind of like giving a devotion, and your preacher's in the audience. It's kind of like nice.
Yeah. It's like trying to shoot against X-ring and think you're going to win. Damn, I hate that. Oh, he's over 18 now, so if you see him, you can punch him in the throat.
Was that you that didn't put up the steel targets on the other half of the pistol course there, Rick?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got video of it. Down at the farm when we shot the second day.
That one course we made up?
Yeah. Where Val was out there yelling at everybody that we can't do anything right. We only had one thing to do.
Well, he says that
putting up
Yeah,
steel.
that-
Yeah,
that-
we probably forgot to put some steel up. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. But Val says that kind of shit every time.
They should like
Very
every
vague.
them in it so that they can buy it for cheap.
So,
there's some Chris Ledoux fans out there.
when we go up to Dead Zero, we need to set up kind of like a little mini kind of competition thing like they do, and just give it a try. I've never tried it, so
Yeah, we can set something up.
When are you guys going to do that? Because it's only a couple. Oh, actually, I don't know how far away it is from my house, but it can't be that far.
Yeah, you're not too far. You're probably a good 4 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Spencer, Tennessee. It's about an hour and a half. Probably not even that far northwest of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
What's the town called?
Spencer. It's Dead Zero Shooting Park. They got the clay courses, 1,000-yard rifle range, and preliminary working date is the 18th and 19th of April.
Oh, you guys already have a date set up? What's 18th and 19th of April?
Yeah, that's the weekend after Easter. It's Saturday and Sunday.
It's before the 20th or before the 20th, and yeah, you get my point.
But that's when you guys are planning to go?
Yes, sir. That's the plan right now.
Yeah. If it changes, I'll let you know.
You coming, TR?
Well, I might.
We'd love to see
What kind
you.
of competition is it? Is it pistol rifle, 3-gun? What is it?
Well,
Nope.
it's just a regular range for us to go shoot at. They took care of us last year. They were really good to us. But you got a 1,000-yard range you can go shoot at. What we did last year was we did the pistol bays the first day, and then we went to the long range the second day. But Jamie was asking if we could set up some type of competition, which we can set something up on one of the pistol bays. I'm sure they won't mind.
I'm working right in the middle of that mess, unless I retire
Retire.
before then.
Alaska one. Andy looked it up.
But yeah, it's just a fun shoot, TR. That's all.
Okay.
Just a bunch of us guys meeting up and having some fun and meeting other YouTube guys and viewers too. We want viewers to come.
Well,
Especially if they bring extra ammo, right?
They're gonna have to bring their own. They can't be shooting mine up. Look at that. That's sexy, man.
I met this guy once, Jamie. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't see mine. I got this
I
guy.
see it. Of course, I know what I'm looking for. Everybody else doesn't.
That's a dang shame. I ain't got one of them over on my board.
You know what? You want to hear a good story? Because I got it right here. I just found it the other day. So, this is a true story because I could care less if you believe me or not. I washed a jacket a long time ago, hung it up. Well, now that it got cold again, guess what this is, Alan? Look. That was the letter that was supposed to go to Alan and never made it. It got washed. It got washed in the old pocket.
Oh, that's classic.
My luck. Oh, right here. Look, even on the sticker, look what I put. Jan, gay as fuck. Look at that. It's 2017. Holy fuck, that was a while ago. This is the sticker I put on the other side too. That is crazy. So Here's your stickers, Alan, if you're interested.
Absolutely. That's great, man. That is
Yeah,
classic.
it got cold, and I go, man, I got to put this jacket on, freezing my ass off. And I'm like, what the hell's in here? And I'm all, I know what that is. So I tried. I got really close. It just didn't make it.
That's awesome.
Fact is, look, you can even see the 6, like kind of as it goes around like this. But give me your address again, and I'll send this old envelope with some stuff in it to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be awesome. That's awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, I just came across this the other, like, I think it was 2 days ago. So I apologize, Alan, for not mailing out your thing.
Well, good thing.
So
I wasn't
anyone else that Rick owes stickers to, tell him to go check some other pockets.
Yes, I still need to send it to him, but the thing
just a
wore
few
off.
years
I don't know
old. No
why.
big deal.
And a good time right now to do it too, because I got to mail off some goodies from some giveaways I did today. So maybe put it in the private chat, and I'll write it down and send you your stuff out.
Oh, can certainly do.
There's the eagle eye.
Eagle lies in the house.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here.
All right, Roger.
All right, brother. Good to see you. Appreciate you showing up, man.
Sorry, I had to jump out for it a little bit but my girlfriend was wanting to talk sexy with me, and I couldn't do that online. So,
Fine.
Well, you could have at least left the mic on.
well, it would have made it for a more interesting chat, that's for sure. But anyway, later, guys. I gotta
Bye,
get up
TR.
early in the morning.
Hi, TR.
They're killing me at work.
Have a good one, buddy.
Appreciate you, man.
Sticker is found, Alan. I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but I'm out of iced tea.
What?
Over humanity.
That's a sin right there.
Oh. Starting to twitch a little.
Yep. If he starts freaking out, you guys know why.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's withdrawal.
Oh, there goes Alan.
He gone.
He's trying to find him some sweet tea.
What have you guys been loading up? Anything?
Well, I've been working on some 44 stuff, and I got to load some more 9. I'm almost out of 9, so I got to load more 9 up. Oh, and that's right. Sorry, Beard CB82 did throw in. Hang on, gotta look it back up again. Vendetta Precision hand stop to go with the Mr. Holster giveaway. So we'll throw that in with one of the other packages as well. Which we're doing pretty good on that, guys. We are sitting at 52.13, so a little under $800 to go to reach the goal. And then I know Hornet Fixer is going to be doing something as well once we're done with this one.
Night, Dan.
Is Uncle Dan leaving us?
Yeah.
Bye, Uncle Dan.
He's got to wake up early, it looks like.
All these people that want to claim waking up early is a reason to get out. I don't understand it. I got to get up early.
Yeah, but you're co-hosting. You got to stay.
He doesn't have to. That's up to him. You know, we prefer that he does, but, you know, no one's forcing him to. Unless Jan's got him tied down or something. Who knows?
No, Jane don't tie me down anymore.
Tie you up.
Ties him up. So I hate we missed TR getting to really get worked up over this impeachment thing. That would have been funny, but he makes some good points. It's just the way he expresses them that's really funny. With every bad word you ever conceived of saying, he throws them in there. So,
Rick, it's already done, man. I don't know why you're hiding it. I don't care.
I was trying to explain that.
Rick is that kid that his mama said he wanted a. Don't run with those. He wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. His mama said, "You'll shoot your eye out."
Yep. He's probably got a few.
Not if I have thermal and a red dot.
Hell yeah, I can. You know what? Let me see if I can show you guys how badass this is. I'll have to turn it upside down, so it'll show.
Well, you got to turn the lights off there at the house.
It's thermal. It doesn't matter, genius.
No, turn the lights out. So, I mean, we see the dot.
No, it's not the dot I'm looking for. Oh, I didn't have the screen on.
Operator fail.
Genius.
Let me see if I can hold it with one hand and show you.
It's really bright.
Yeah, right now it's kind of blown out.
I think it's this light.
Really? I'd never thought that.
I hate when you're right.
Damn it, genius.
You fucking genius. All right,
Still,
let me see if I can.
still white out.
It's
Yeah, you're
'cause
still
of-
getting Halo
Let me
and
try
all
a
that.
different color.
Well, that's a
Oh, there
testimony.
we go. That should work. This is red.
There you go. That's better.
You see
Yeah.
my hand?
It's more like peach.
Yeah, that's better.
Woo!
Good job, genius.
Fucking genius. Can't see in here now. Hold on, let me turn the light on.
Daniel's very much used to being in the dark, so
So you want to go hog hunting with that, or what you got in mind?
This is more for the house.
Well, I kind of want to go hog hunting with Uncle Dan.
I do too. I want to go hog hunting for sure. He kind of semi-invited me and Ray to go. We just never set up a date and a time. I'd love to go blast some swine.
Yeah, I tell you what, I want to go. The Bohemian Hun Club. That'd be cool to get out and see him. Go do some hog hunting with him.
Need to hit the
Yeah,
lottery.
absolutely. That's where I'd want to go. I've followed those guys for quite a while.
There ain't no hogs over here is the problem.
Not any here either.
I have heard that South Carolina has some, but I don't know where.
Now they're here.
Depending upon the night, there's usually one or two in the bar downstairs.
That's where you do your fishing at night. You know, what am I going to do tonight? I know what I'm going to do tonight.
Ouch.
I'm just wondering if Alan there's got any corn on the cob in his refrigerator.
He just puts little kernels all the way up the stairs.
Pile of corn outside the door.
With a little tray right at the door, and he's got his little camera. He's like, "Oh yeah, here she goes, here she goes," and then just grabs, closes the door. They could be cute ones too, Alan. I'm just saying.
Could. Usually never are, but could.
Well, you know, instead of drinking those coolers there on the live stream, that's what you need to have going up the steps.
You should set up a camera so we can all watch the bar at night while we're talking. Make it one extra person, you know. We can sit there and be all right.
That's what you should do. You should do interviews. You should go down in the bar and do interviews.
Yeah.
It's dead tonight, or else I would actually. It's just dead down there tonight.
So when you want to drink, you can be all, I'm just going to go on a little stroll. You have the cheapest Uber drive home ever out of anybody.
Yeah, most of the time, I have no idea how I got back up here, but I do usually make it.
You're laying on the stairs in the morning, you're all, wake up, you're all, I almost made it. 3 more stairs, I would have had it.
So how do you like this, Jason? It's almost 9 o'clock and I am still awake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, imagine that. How does that happen?
So there was a little bit of tidbit news about one of the most well-known thermal imaging companies, Flare. Flare has decided to no longer make production items for the civilian market, that they're going to focus on military and police only. Anybody else read this report?
Sounds
I heard
familiar.
they're basically, what I heard is they're trying to take it off the market for civilian use, and that's including night vision. So if you got an extra $3,000 sitting around,
Buy it while you can.
and you'd be amazed. This is a cheap. Well, it's not cheap. It's like $900, but that little FLIR I showed you, the Leupold, the thermal, but you can seriously walk around anywhere. Like you can walk all the way. I have a huge long driveway. You can walk all the way to the end of the driveway and see exactly what you need to see. Kind of like night vision, but it's different because you see everything because it's all different temperatures compared to being able to just see in the dark.
Yeah, that was pretty much the gist I got out of it. Is they were trying they're trying to eliminate civilians even getting their hands on these items, and what a fucked up move. Yeah, they're expensive as hell, but to eliminate it from civilians and only allow law enforcement, military. That's just wrong.
That's kind of the definition of tyranny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Taking it away from everyone else. Yep.
Well, think about every time our military goes in, for the most part, if we're gonna go pick up a hostage or whatever, it's usually in the middle of the night, right? We own the night. Our military does, and that capability of having to be able to see at night is a huge advantage over somebody that can't. So if you have the ability, I wish I had night vision goggles. That would be freaking. If you can see at night, you are 10 times ahead of the game of the guy that can't.
Oh, you don't have any of that at work?
Why would I have any of that at work? I have thermal at work for
Right.
finding people in fires, but we don't have night vision. Just thermal.
Just mount that big old flashlight looking thing on your right behind your red dot.
Yeah.
Don't give him ideas because that'll be his next video.
Use some zip ties.
No, I'd have to do it at work, and there ain't a gun within 1,000,000 miles. I'm in California. Can't have those deadly objects, those assault weapons. Damn assault weapons and the clipazines, semi-full autos and all that stuff.
1,000 rounds a second.
1,000 rounds a second.
Never have to reload. Yeah.
Ever.
Jamie, you about to fall asleep?
Absolutely not. I'm thinking up a question for y'all. Actually, I got a question. I'm trying to think of how to present it to y'all so that y'all can. All right, let's just go for it. This might take a minute because I ain't got it worked out in my brain. Okay, maybe Kenny's still out there. Daniel's got the 450 SOCOM, right? Or is it 450 Bushmaster?
450 Bushmaster.
Okay. I got this 358 Eagle, which is 350 Legend modified out to 358, so I can use my 357 35 Remington bullets. And that's one round I got loaded, fixing to test. There's another one. This one's a 160. This one's a 200 grain. And Charlie Brassbuffer's going to send me some more. My problem is the crimp is the lead factory crimp die is a roll crimp. And I think I got that figured out how to get around that. But I got these bullets. Can y'all see these? That Jerry 1911 sent me these, and these are traditionally lubed 140 grain 357. 2 Alpha. Anybody heard of 2 Alpha Bullet Company?
I've heard of them.
So my question is, and there's not many of them. I mean, what is that? 40, 50 of them. Do I load them and shoot them like they are, or do I strip that lubricant off and powder coat those suckers like all the rest of my bullets?
I don't know.
Well, when I'm loading mine, I mean, mine's shooting so fast. I mean, I just get copper plated bullets. You're shooting. I mean, how fast? What speeds are you looking for, Jamie?
Man, I haven't chronoed any of those yet. See, when I take my chronograph off with me to shoot, I make sure that Kyle and Chico are not going with me.
That's a wise decision. A very wise decision. I'd say probably take the lube off and powder coat them.
Okay. The 106. Well, here's some numbers for our exact bullet. 147 grain. 2276 up to 2495, so like 2,500 feet per second. That's what I thought. It got real quiet in here.
Well, I guess I mean with that 450 Bushmaster, you're shooting 22 to 23, and if I'm not shooting some bullet that's totally consistent, I'm not going to get a group at all.
Right.
So I mean, I just going for the the copper coated, like just buying the Hortney, was it the FSTs?
FXTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably take the lube off of those, man, and powder coat them.
Do half and half. See what works best.
There you go.
So now that's another video, Rick. Thanks, bud.
That's a good idea, half and half.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. You saw it live, people. Rick had a good idea.
Hold on, let me put a light behind here. Got an idea.
Where's that cartoon light bulb that goes on over his head?
I know.
That'd be nice if we could add stuff like that in.
Put that in the end when StreamYard asks you for your suggestions. Put that in there. Cartoon light bulb for when somebody has a good idea.
I like it. Anybody buy any new toys lately?
Well, I built that 358 Eagle AR platform.
How you liking that? Do you have to build it in an AR-10 platform or a 15?
15. See that? This case head is the exact same as a 223. So basically, that's a 223 case without the neck, shortened down just a little bit. So, really, to make AR-15 into a 350 Legend, all you need is a barrel.
Huh.
And a very slight modification to mag.
So the whole neck has to be re-stretched, or you just cut that off like a blackout?
No, you have to. I bought 350 Legend brass from Starline.
What's the overall dimension on that? Overall length?
Very close to what you've got in your hand right there. It's trimmed down some, but not much. Your trim to length on the 223 is 1.750. Your max is 1.760, and the max length on the 350 Legend is 1.710. So you're looking at 40 to 50 thousandths of shorter.
1.07, you said?
The 350 Legend, the max length is 1.710. Y'all smell the wood burning? He's thinking.
No, I'm just trying to see how. Yeah, that's just a little bit shorter.
And when I trim my 223 cases, I trim them back to 1.730. So that But if I trimmed the 350 Legend, when I trim it, I'm gonna trim it all the way back to probably 1.690 or 1.700.
You probably won't get case length growth on those because of the no neck, right?
We'll see. I hadn't been shooting them long enough to. Well, man, I've got some shot up brass down here, but I don't know what their factory. I don't know what they were before I shot them. So, but I can Let me get some and I'll measure them for you while we're just.
Yeah, I was just wondering. That'd be a good video for you.
We'll shoot the breeze anyway. Give us something.
Yeah. Right. Who's got the old school typewriter? Ding. Is that Alan? Alan, is that your? That's not you typing?
No, not I. I type on one of these newer fangled devices.
Must be Bo Diddley.
Yeah, I was typing. I had to answer somebody's comment. I went over there to check the comments, and somebody said something about me.
Don't forget to hit the thing to bring it back when you're done.
Oh, I'm back.
No, you gotta swipe. Bring the keyboard. Zzzz.
Well,
I know you're old enough to get this.
Ding, ding.
All right, Rick, you ready for this one?
Yeah. Octagon Henry, maybe?
wood.
Nice.
Straight grip.
30-30 or what do you got it in? No, you got it in
30, baby.
Yeah. I was looking at mine yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah. I need to shoot this thing.
I would definitely not leave her alone. She's too sexy.
Yeah, that's a good looking.
Yeah, I found that one on a deal and was like, you know what? Screw it.
Who makes that one?
Rick,
Yeah.
after I shot these factory, they're 1.694.
So they shortened.
They were just shorter than Winchester must have trimmed them at 1.690, like I said I was going to trim mine to. Or either they didn't grow any. Being a straight wall case, you're probably right.
Yeah, that'd be nice if you didn't have to do that. That should be the new tradition. Get rid of the 223. Think all the time saved on neck prep and bullshit. And that's what size caliber bullet?
Same as a 38 special, 357 Magnum, 35 Remington, 35 Wayland. It's a .358.
Okay.
So you got a myriad of bullet choices and bullet weights. You can shoot anything from a 125, 110 grain all the way up to a 250 grain bullet if you can figure out the load data for it.
But it's all in basically a pistol style bullet though, right? So you're not getting longer range, you're not getting the flight, right?
Oh man, I can use 200 grain FTX bullets like Daniel was talking about for his 450 Bushmaster. I can use the same 358 bullet for the 35 Remington in the 200 grain. One I'm dying to try is the Spear Hot Core. It's made for the 35 Remington and the 35 Wayland. That's going to be really nice hunting bullet.
Nice.
And I'm expecting that one's going to run. I would expect it to run 2,500 feet per second. So, your factory 30-06 and 180 grains running 2,800 feet per second. So you're getting semi-close to 30-06 velocities out of a 35 caliber out of the AR platform. So
yeah, that's a pretty cool little project.
Yeah, it is. Trick's going to be the magazines. got to get a magazine to run that bullet instead of a 223.
Have you tried a 300 blackout mag?
I have not, but Kenny Eagle Eye Shooting sent me a link from I think it was Daniel Defense making a 350 Legend magazine, so I'm gonna give that a try.
There you go.
They're 20 round magazines, and I think they're like $25. Yeah, so we'll try some of those.
That's my magic right now. 147 ELDs right there. That is a beautiful little laser beam.
Yeah, I got some of those for the 6.5. I got to load up.
We'll load them up. Damn it.
I gotta compare those with 140s. Someone sent me some 140s, and I got 147s.
147s and use 41 grains of H4350 from Hodgdon, and you're gonna be loving life. 41 grains.
Another powder because I use Alliant powder.
Huh?
I said I use mainly Alliant powders.
Are you sponsored by them?
I'm not. I just prefer the powder.
Go buy some 4350.
Sure. Let me borrow your wallet.
Shooter's World has a 4350 as well, and so does Alliant, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what the grains are for the other powders, but 41 grains for a 147 ELD 6.5 Creedmoor is it's awesome.
Well, I'm trying to work up 270 loads to shoot them at 1,000 yards when we go to dead zero. I've got a 270 Winchester. I'm trying to get some good rounds up that'll fly that far, that accurately. The problem I'm running into is there's not very many match bullets out there on the market for a 270 Winchester. You can buy all the hunting bullets you want, but no match bullets.
I was loving the Sierras, but the Hornadies, I'm liking the Hornadies better.
I can use the ELDX. I think I have some of those in 145 grain, 277 diameter. That might work real well.
Yeah.
Are we boring everybody to sleep with the reloading talk? I'm sorry.
This isn't the Reloading Network? What?
Well,
No, West Covina Dodge has to step away because.
Oh, there you go. Armored and Axis uses harsh, and he might have some. I'll just go down and borrow his. We'll work up some loads.
that Shooter's World 4350 works good, and the 270 so far, and it's like $22 a pound. So
That's a good price.
it is.
That is a good price. Yeah, I had to pay. Those were the last 3 bottles they had at the local place, and they were $39 for 1 pound.
I know Lakeview. Let me share that story with these guys for a minute. There's a guy on YouTube got a channel called Hunt Simple, and he's doing a 270 project. And he shot 150 grain and 160 grain, 150 and 160, and was within 100 feet per second in velocity, 3,000 feet per second, shooting 1 inch, 3/4 inch groups, Lakeview at 100 yards, and I'm like, wow, man. and they're all right there. And he's using Reloader 26. I've got to find some Reloader 26.
If you don't have any your way, I can find it this way, and we'll make sure you get it somehow. I won't ship it to you. I won't ship
So
it.
now, can you guys find this stuff? Because online, I can't find it anywhere. Pop's Quest was looking online for this stuff. He couldn't find it anywhere.
And we got that in our local gun store.
I'll see if I can
See,
find it
yeah.
online somewhere for you.
You can't find it. Yeah, see if you can find it because, like Powder Valley, they were all out. I went to like 3 or 4 of my normal places and nothing.
All right. Yeah, I'll check a couple places I use online and see what they got. I'll let you know.
All right. The Cobra Burnout is in the
Oh, look.
house.
YouTube royalty. Good to
YouTube
see you,
what?
man. It's a YouTube royalty.
That's right.
Yeah, I hope I said that right. Like,
Yeah, I kind of wish that the Cobra would, stay away from these gun videos, get back to the DeLorean.
Yeah, see, the sad part is no one really knows how much he has into that. We know it's a lot. We just don't know how much. And if the wife ever finds out, we probably won't ever see another video from him again.
Yeah, Chris is saying the same thing.
Yeah, he's not the only one building one of those DeLoreans. Some
Yep.
people just got more money and they know what to do with.
Now, Joey's out in that New York commie state, so apparently he makes really good money and can afford to.
The fact of the matter is it doesn't matter which one makes videos. I gotta watch Cobras because I can't understand fucking Joey anyway.
That's right. And Cobras are usually shorter too, so it's a lot easier to watch.
Cobra, Cobra, Cobra. That's right. I got one of those.
His intro is a lot shorter too. His intro is like 2 seconds. Joey's is like 35 seconds.
Who else on here I got? I got C-Max, Scab Ugly, Twisted Metals of Texas, Harry's Holsters, JH586. Does that 586 mean anything?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's actually BC, and it was the year he was born.
That's messed up. That's messed up, man.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just when Social Security numbers were only 3 digits.
Oh, fuck. Poor Jamie. Putting up with your guys' bullshit.
1785. No, 586 is the model of the Smith & Wesson I showed earlier. And
I got it.
I bought the 586 when my daughter was born. So
That's cool. Yeah. Learn something new every day.
and she's 32 now. So that's
So,
how I had that pistol.
how much did you pay for that originally?
You talking to me?
Yeah, because I know it's nothing near what they're worth now.
$225.
That's a hell of a deal right there.
Damn. You
Hell
should
of
have
a
bought
deal.
about 12 of those things.
Yeah.
Well,
Back then, with a new baby girl, $225 was hard to come up with, dude.
I'm sure. It's just, man, you talk to these guys that have like brand, they bought a brand new 1969, their first car, and it's like $3,000. You're like, holy shit.
All right. How many of y'all remember the movie Billy Jack?
Yep.
Heard it. I've seen it. It's been a long time.
there's a scene in there where Billy Jack catches up with the kid of the sheriff that's giving him a hard time. And instead of hurting him, he says, "You got a choice. I'll whoop your backside, or you can roll your car into the lake." They were on a boat ramp at the lake. And he decided he was going to roll the car into the lake. And it was a brand new Corvette, 1972, I believe. Corvette convertible, baby blue, beautiful car, white leather interior. You can imagine it rolling down into this muddy lake and then them pulling it out. They pulled it out with a wrecker. The kid had to go face his dad. And he said, the dad told him, said, "You mean you rolled a $3,200 car into the lake to keep from Billy Jack from whooping your ass?" $3,200 for a 1972 Corvette. We've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, they added a few zeros to those numbers.
Yeah, $3,200 would be about the insurance monthly,
Right.
at least with my driving record.
But yeah, that H4350 is the thing that everybody wants for that's the powder everybody wants for their 6.5 Creedmoor. That's why it's so hard to find. And I'm afraid that Freeloader 26 is going to be the same way.
Are they starting to use that for 6.5 Creedmoor?
Looks like old Daniel's going to jump on out.
Yeah, I'm going to take on off here. Yeah, it's like I'm still old, but But thanks for having me on. And hey, Jamie, nice seeing you, man. Hey, Rick, enjoyed being on the chat here with you. You got to stop by more often.
I know. Yeah. Usually I'm at work and it's like 5 o'clock when you guys start this, and I'm not even done working yet.
Well, that now that you're around, Alan, take it easy and get rid of them coolers, man. It's just going to get you in trouble. I should be rolling back up there about midweek here, Jason. I'll get a hold of you.
All right. Sounds good, brother.
All right.
Bye.
Where's the off button? There
it is. Leave studio.
It's a red X, man. A red circle with a white X in it. Michael 4227 is not hard to find around here either. I got some of that right up there. There's Bacon. Hey, Bacon. He's saying he likes the IMR 4350.
Yep. Yeah. I'll have to see what's around local. There's not a whole lot where I'm at. I got to drive down towards Daniel to actually get powder. It's a pain in the ass, but that's where I got to go. If I'm driving somewhere, that's where I have to go to get it.
I got some IMR 4064. That's for 308 stuff, I think. No, can't remember now.
Michael, what are you going to use 4227 for?
Oh, there we go. There's a question.
Bernie.
Yeah, my kids are Bernie fans, so I kind of hope for them that Bernie gets the nomination and then he gets spanked proper by.
What do I know?
By President Trump.
So if you were viewing last week, I had a little bit of a issue with a particular campaign on that side of the fence, the Elizabeth Warren campaign. And even since then, I've seen even more commercials for this lying lunatic, and it still amazes me that none of them can make a commercial for their own campaign without bad mouthing Trump. How about you stand on your own freaking legs, people? But it doesn't make it makes logical sense to me. I don't care. Put Bernie in there. Put Elizabeth Warren in there. They're not going to have a snowball's chance in hell, in my opinion. I would like to see it be Bernie, just because he would be probably the easiest. Elizabeth Warren is just going to get female votes strictly because she's female. That's the way that ball's going to bounce. Certainly, Bloomberg can go eat a bowl of dicks.
I like how Bloomberg already thinks he's already won, and it hasn't even started yet. I don't know if you guys have seen the ads that he's been putting out. Unfortunately, we do have TV at work, and during a break, it's usually some bullshit from CNN or some other crap on there. And you see the ads from Bloomberg, and he pretty much thinks he's already won the race. Like, put your head out your ass, dude. Just because you got money don't mean you're going to win.
You know what that sound like?
Redbird ain't voting for her.
Yep.
You know, Redbird's got a good head on her shoulders. There's so many out there that don't even have a clue about politics, but they're going to go vote, and the reason why they're going to vote for this person is because they're female, and that's just the raw truth of the matter.
Doesn't that sound familiar? What was that? 4 years ago? 8 years ago? Oh wait, because he's black, we're going to vote for him. Oh yeah, that guy, that prick. Yeah, he did nothing but fuck up the country. But he was black, so it's okay.
Exactly. I thought his wife was going to run there for a minute.
Hey, give it time. There's still time.
She wants to make sure that Hillary's through running before she jumps in.
You know Hillary has a plan in her back pocket of what she wants to do and how she's going to run everything. She's already planning 10 years ahead.
She's probably trying to hope she can come in as the vice president, and then she can actually just Hillary somebody, and then poof, now she's president.
Yeah, that would not surprise me one bit.
That wouldn't be the only one that wouldn't surprise me either. Not in the slightest. Red. But
He's not
I think he's a neutral. I think he's
orange. What are you talking about?
Red. I think he's neutral.
He's orange.
You know, or maybe he's one of those new ones where it's non-binary. Maybe he's non-binary.
Yeah, the Bloomberg thing. Okay, there's some success when people convince themselves, I've already won, I just got to do this. I don't think this is the battle that he's actually doing here, though. You know, it's kind of a self-motivating thing or whatnot to convince yourself, yeah, I've won, I just got to do this. But
no way. Ain't gonna happen.
So, A-OK, sister. Awesome. Congratulations. I hope you succeed. I haven't thrown too much out there, but this week I will be taking my test. So I hope here by the middle of this week, I should be hopefully citizen.
Maybe by the next time you see Daniel live and in living color, you'll have that flag wrapped around your neck there. That would
Yeah.
be-
No, the
So I had no idea that Dak was not a citizen.
I thought she was too, but apparently not. But that's good that she's applied for it, man. It's good.
Absolutely. Good night, Ghost Rider.
good night.
Old Ghost Rider is always on our streams and on Friday night.
There's no
I'll find it on
telling.
just the last
No
10
telling what
minutes.
the count is.
We see the
keep up.
last 10 minutes of it. Hi guys, and you're like, okay, see you guys later. I'm like, shit.
We start at 8 o'clock Eastern, Rick.
Yeah, 5 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, it's a little hard to do. I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we definitely need more living people at the ballot box, not dead people. So
Red October's on my backside. I got Barry's bullet. It's got stars and stripes on it. I'm gonna have to get me an all-out flag put up back there. But I use that for my American flag and for putting my channel stickers on when you guys send me some stickers.
see, there's a flag right there. It's hidden, but it's there. You can see
I
it.
see it, kind of.
Kinda. I need to move that. Crossbow, don't I? Kind of in the way.
Oh, just so you guys know, I'll be rooting for the Fire Chiefs this year for the Super Bowl.
I kind of hope that they go, you know what? This is stupid. We're not going to play it. And just not even do it.
I was a big Chiefs fan until they started doing the kneeling shit, and then I haven't been paying attention. And then finally, they decided they wanted to go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, damn it! Why couldn't you have done this earlier? Tell us about it, Rick. So, going Chiefs. Going Chiefs this year. I'll actually be at work for the game.
So far, the majority of people that I've met that are football fans are like, "Hey, let's go Chiefs, go Chiefs." I am not a football fan. If they cancel work because of the Super Bowl, why not? I'll be all for it. Woohoo, Super Bowl! I guarantee there'll be some kind of raging shindig downstairs that I will be no part of.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see it.
And
Yeah,
there's
they're
another one for you. Fire chiefs versus regular firefighters.
Dun dun dun. I thought Red went to bed.
It's kind of hard for me to pull for the 49ers because they unleashed Colin Kaepernick upon society.
That's true. That's another good reason why the Chiefs should win.
Hey, as long as the Patriots aren't in it, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what about that crap with baseball? Now they're blaming the Astros is how they won the World Series. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, we're sorry. Yeah. But it
Cheating
ain't like we did it every single game, just the important ones.
Cheating bastards.
Well, what's happened to society, man? You think about baseball was always an institution in America. And Then we had the steroid era. When was that? The 90s, I guess. All those guys. I won't call them names. Y'all know who they are. Then Inflategate with the Patriots and all that crap. They're stealing signs and all that stuff too.
What happened? They wanted to let Pete Rose back into the Hall of Fame. Can you believe that shit?
Let me tell you about that. Now, I believe that it's kind of like I made jokes around here before, and nobody really knew what I was talking about. So, who holds the record for the most hits in the history of Major League Baseball? Well, we can't tell you. Well, it's Pete Rose. So he's got to be in the Hall of Fame, but they will not let him in the Hall of Fame until he's dead. As soon as he dies, they will allow him in because they don't want him to be alive when they induct him because they know what kind of induction speech he's going to give. He's going to rip the administrators of Major League Baseball wide open, and they're not going to take that. They're not going to stand for that. And he ought to. But
yeah, he got shafted beyond recognition compared to all the shit that goes on nowadays.
Well, there you go, A&A.
Yep. Oh shit, we got Midas Welby out there.
Why is it that Midas always hops in like right around closing time?
Because he's in Montana.
There's Chico. Chico, I need to talk to you, ma'am. You got to call me. Loads of bacon. That's the reason they moved Darryl Strawberry to center field. Because when he was playing right field, he kept snorting up the foul line.
That's funny. Bearded CB's commenting on my videos when he's supposed to be over here watching this.
That's all right. Well,
video.
We'll set Janice Gay on him. She can slap him around.
There you go. Maybe he's multitasking. Chico Wise.
Yeah, I was glad to see that Midas putting something out there, a little bit of an update, just and him and his newer environment, and I'm glad to see him putting something out there. It's more than what I'm putting out there.
You slacker.
Michael, most of the jokes I can't repeat in front of mixed company, so I don't generally talk like that anymore. So
there we go. There's the man himself.
Mr. Holster, what's that?
Howdy, Pards.
All right, we can start now. He's here.
Yep.
2 more hours.
We can keep going. I ain't got to go to work, so we can keep going as long as you guys want.
Party time.
I don't care.
What tea you sipping on there, Scotsman?
What's that?
What's that tea you're sipping on?
This is some Southern Tier. This is just a basic IPA right now. I got one of their mix packs. So started on the low end, worked the way up to the high end.
All right, Mr. Holster, you got this coming as soon as the Scotsman gives me your address. I have to take it out so you can read it. Goes around a drink. Put it on something smooth and it holds it. Up to 50 miles an hour because I put them on my car hood and drove around town with drinks on my. don't know if you ever saw that video or not, but people are looking at me like, "Hey, you got something on your hood?" I'm like, "No shit, I can see it. It's right there." Did you ever see that video? It holds up good. It holds your drinks well. But yeah, you put it on a drink like this, and it makes a little suction cup. Then you don't have to worry about your drink spilling.
Okay, so dumb question here. I'm a little embarrassed about this, but I've not had any alcohol to drink in almost 17 years. So when you say IPA, what are you talking about?
India Pale Ale.
Okay.
What's the first word?
India.
What?
You know, whenever you call for tech support and you can't get that one that speaks English, that's who you get. You get India.
India. Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Please come again.
Yeah, but IPAs became really popular, and it seemed like brewers started coming out of the woodwork with all kinds of different India Pale Ales.
So what's the deal? American beer ain't good enough for y'all anymore?
It ain't good for me.
Well,
I
come to think
I
of
like
it,
my microbrews, man.
I drink whiskey. I don't
Microbrews
drink
are where
beer.
it's at.
I don't drink alcohol, period. But back when I did, there was only a couple of beers, American-made beers, I would drink.
Schlitz.
No, mostly what I drank was Dos Equis Mexican beer.
I like Mexican beer actually. Not bad.
And Michelob. I like Michelob.
Very nice.
Yeah, barley wine's good. I do like me some barley wine.
Michael, we had a nickname for Falstaff that I refuse to repeat anymore. Y'all probably got the same nickname for it anyway. So
Jack takes care of all the drinks for Mr. Holster.
that's a fact, Cobra.
Cobra.
Well, yeah, Michael Science has a point. India Pale Ale is actually an old style of brewing, and yeah, it's a very old style of brewing, but it became repopular again. What in like the 2000s? Would you say it just became like started flooding the beer market was IPAs, and now there's like tons and tons of small batch companies out there that just make some of the best stuff.
Yeah, it was, I mean, super early 2000s. Heck, not even maybe early 90s. Sorry, not early 90s, late 90s. And it just grew and took off, man. And it's never stopped. And I'm not complaining because there's some damn good brews out there.
Yeah, that's the one thing where I'm at. There's a lot of local breweries around here. Big ones and a lot of small what are those called? Microbreweries? A lot of microbreweries. But we got like Sierra Nevada, Oscar Blues. Those are some of the bigger ones here. It's all about the water, I guess. That's the reason why a lot of them are here.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them down in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, I got another channel called Is Your Six Cruising? And it's my Toyota stuff. I don't do much on there because I don't know. I'd rather shoot guns than work on Toyotas.
Oh, so that's a channel we should also subscribe to, so we don't have to watch you. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You've had your subscriber count, but you don't ever get views.
Actually, I got a few videos that do really well. I wish there was enough people on there to get it monetized because I can make like 30 cents.
Well, you gotta start making more videos and let people know. Not everyone knows.
That's right.
That's true.
You could do like some gents that we know and make a video every day, even if you have nothing to work out, no content, nothing. Just make a video every day and put it out there.
Not a bad idea. I figure you're talking about me anyways.
Just document your life, man.
There you go.
So HRM, excuse me. People said I had a drinking problem, but I didn't. It wasn't a problem. I was pretty good at it, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who probably say I have a problem, but sorry, it's not a problem. I've been doing this for many, many years, and I'm very talented at it.
Yeah, that's me. It wasn't a problem for me. It was just a problem for everybody else.
I mean, seriously, since I don't know, how tall is this table? Maybe like 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Yeah, since about then.
HRM, I do too. My granddaddy on my mama's side, well, my mother's maiden name is Bean, if that gives you any. Gives you a hint.
There you go, Cobra. The Dylan's all covered up.
There's Chico Wise.
Hey guys.
So they even have.
For those of you that don't know who this is right here, that is Ed's wife.
Hey, Island Gal 57.
Island Gal.
That was a good year.
Chico, what's up, brother?
Oh man, honor the welder, brother. You got little ones, they contract everything and give it to you.
Yeah. Little disease magnets.
Yeah, they are.
Try working.
Yours are smaller. You got what? 2? 1.
Oh, he's like 2. No, he's like 2 of them. It's just one.
Just 1. Okay. Yeah, he's pretty young too, so. Learning to
Doing all right.
That's the tough part. The outlaw.
How's it going, y'all?
Hey, Mike.
How's it going, Mike?
Don't go into
How's
the
it going? Yeah, I just wanted to get my dad in here. He's not going to be able to hear you because I got my headphones on, but just say hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad. How's it going? How you
They're
feeling?
all asking how you're doing.
I'm doing better, getting better.
Good.
Hopefully,
You're looking good.
He's doing all right. Yeah, they all say you look good.
Yeah, he does.
All right, so hey, yeah, just thanks for the link, Scotsman. Just wanted to say hey. I wanted to throw my dad in there for a little bit. I always tell him how all you guys are always asking about him and stuff, and he really appreciates that, man. Let me tell you, poor guy. I mean, he's been going through a lot. Had a couple of strokes and everything, and he's been struggling lately. But hey, man, just like I always tell him, and like I say to everybody else, you just got to keep on going, man. And where's my damn trying to find my tripod here. I'm pulling a Kyle Lusk.
Don't do that. We'll have to kick you off.
So, Michael, you pull Kyle Lusk, you shoot your chrono too? Tell the
What's
truth.
that?
Do you shoot your chronograph too? Tell the truth.
Oh man, no. I wish I had a chronograph to shoot.
Well, we know a couple of guys that have ones that are used. I mean, already shot.
Already shot.
They
That
could probably
don't
take
do
another
me
call.
no good. Dang, what the hell did I do with my damn?
Gives a whole new meaning to the phrase "shot out," man.
Yeah, shout out. Anyway, Rick, nice to see you. I haven't met you before. I've followed you for a while, but I know we haven't met, or put a face to a name. But good to see you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I appreciate that.
Mr. Chico, Mr. Jamie, Mr. Allen, Scotsman himself. Thank you very much again for the link.
Yes, sir.
Dang, I can't find my damn. What the hell did I do with my damn tripod?
I got one right
well.
back here. You want to use it? Oh.
Skull. So as I was saying on the side chat, India Pale Ale was made back in the 14th, 15th, 16th century when the troubadours were going from Europe to the Middle East. Alcohol or beer, back in those days was used as a means of it was a medicinal, because of the fact that the water was purified due to being heated, and then of course the alcohol would also provide as a medicinal source of healing. The India Pale Ale was conceived when they realized that the introduction of more hops created a higher level of alcohol in the brew, and it also lasted longer. It had a higher shelf life, because the problem was back in those days when they were traveling from Europe to the Middle East during the Crusades, their beer was spoiling on them. It was going bad, and they were having to just toss it. They couldn't. It wasn't ingestible anymore. So the introduction of hops into the brew not only created a higher level of alcohol, but it created that hoppiness, and that's where you get the India Pale Ale, and that's why it's called India Pale Ale, because they were traveling from Europe to India, and then from India into the Middle East.
Yep. Well, that's it, man. It is medicinal. So, as always, keep magazines loaded and your beer glasses full.
Sláinte, bro.
So I don't want to hear no more old jokes about me if Michael's sitting here telling you what happened in 1450.
That's right.
Well, I knew you had your mic off simply because you already knew all this information. You weren't. This isn't nothing new to you. I mean, who the heck was the one that taught him to put more hops in it? We got a good idea.
Chico, you gonna let him do me like this, man?
He's sitting back. He knows it's probably true.
Look at it. He just put a picture of his chrono.
Yeah, that organically air-conditioned chronograph.
Yeah, that's the limited edition one. You can't buy them.
That's Dirty South special right there.
So, Chico, you think you can go down to Kyle's this weekend?
I hope so. I got his message yesterday, and then I started feeling like this. My son was having a fever for the last couple of days, and I knew it was gonna. I was gonna catch it, you know. So I know he said he was like, "Call me when you can, man." I was bad. Body's aching, head feel like pressure, you know. So hopefully I'll get this under wraps soon. Before is it Saturday?
Yeah, we'll have to leave early Saturday morning.
Yeah, I'll try. Hopefully I can.
I think we're going to blow up some Lee safety scales.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Well, it's about time.
Oh, hush. Just for that, I'm taking your name out of the drawing, man.
What do you want? Oh, now I'm gonna pull a Kyle Lusk, and I gotta go take the dog out. I'll be right back.
Talking about Lee precision stuff. I bought this the other day, the Bench Prime, Auto Bench
Mhm.
Prime. It actually works pretty damn good.
There's a lot of people that like that one.
Yeah, it's not the most stout thing, but it works really well.
Oh, there we go. There's the stuff right there. The Asian Thunder.
That's what you need, Rick.
2020,
Yeah,
man.
that's so good
Yeah.
that you
Which one's
almost
that?
can't let it age.
I got 2017 right here. I got 2018 and 2019 over there.
Or 2020, or you missed one year, didn't you?
She doesn't say. I haven't got 2020 yet.
Yeah,
She's calling 2020. This
Yeah,
stuff's
just
good.
turned out the 2020 batch. I'm really amazed that you haven't sucked down them other years there, Scotsman. That's some good stuff.
Well, I want to make sure I always have some on hand.
What year so far is the best one?
Well, I've only had the 2017 so far. I'm taking my time, man.
Oh, you can't drink the whole thing. You got to move on to the next one so you have all the years so you can try them all.
I'm about halfway on this one. I'm taking my
Well,
time.
try the other one. Come on, try the other one right now.
Oh, God.
See it here first on freaking.
Hang on.
all
Be
I'm
right
telling
back.
you, Osman, is
Give us your opinion on which one's better and what you like better about the 3 years. Might as well open all 3 bottles. Fuck it.
don't bring that stuff to dead zero. You won't take anything back with you.
Yeah.
Now, from the producer herself, 2018 is the best one until 2020.
Yep. There you go.
I did not want to hear that answer.
It's a
All
good
right.
one.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
All right.
It's a good thing that I got a beard. I'm already starting to drool on myself. That is good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm assuming this is Shine, right?
No. It's Asian Thunder.
Oh, Thunder. From down under?
Asian.
Very, very Eastern.
Oh, you're going to get some
Has
2020.
nothing at all to do with the South.
Yes. I understand what you're saying. Hold on. Cobra's back.
So Chico
Yeah.
did a good video the other day. He was hiding and popped up. Was that yesterday? Oh, he's muted. Yeah, it was.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Don't serve me, man.
You know how us Southerners are.
I know, man. I know.
It's a force of habit, man. You know, if you kind of implement something in a child at a young age, it continues on through life in most cases.
Well, that was about our similar to our Sunday school lesson this morning, man. So, you know, if you got to teach the young ones if you want it to continue.
Correct. Yeah, that's how my parents were. My grandparents, my granddad. It was yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, so I
No
turn out
joke.
okay sometimes.
You're better than okay, brother. You the man.
Did y'all happen to see that guy's channel?
Do what?
Did you happen to see that that channel that I shouted out?
Yes, I subbed him.
Yeah, it was. He had a crazy organized room. So
No, that dude is either not loading enough ammo or he's got way too much time on it.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
It was,
Chico, I got to tell you, man, you need to learn how to sew, man, because the
sew?
holes in your pockets are letting all that brass fall out in the car.
Yeah, no shit, Chico.
I had so many people asking me, "Is that your car?" I was like, "No, it's not." Yeah, that was like a jackpot. I love getting those training cars. That's a pit car, so they do pit maneuvers and shoot out of them. And I probably picked up 400 pieces of brass in the back seat. It was like the brass gods just rained down on me and just said, "Here you go." It was only 9mm, probably a couple pieces of 45, but I was like, why couldn't this be like 10mm or something?
Who wants to swap some 45 for 9mm?
Do you need 9mm, Rick? Is that what you're saying?
What do you want, brass?
Yeah, I need brass.
Just be careful with those 40s.
No, this is all 45. This is the stuff I screened out of the from the shooting range. But I'm like, I don't even own a 45. I don't want to own a 45 because then that's one more round I got to reload.
Is it small pistol primer or large pistol primer? That's one thing too.
I would assume it's everything. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably a mix.
Here, I'll show you right here.
I would swap some with you. I got a box full of 9 over there. I haven't even started cleaning yet. It's all taped up. I'll get to it eventually. But, if I find this.
I got a blanket invitation for anybody that wants to send me 10mm brass. I'm perfectly willing to accept it.
I do have some sitting over on the reloading bench, but yeah, that ain't going anywhere.
I got a big bag of it somewhere. I don't know where I put it.
That stuff's like gold.
I came across it earlier because I was cleaning out a bunch of stuff. It's a big old, the gallon Ziploc bag.
Now, Alan, does your 10mm shoot the brass 30 feet away like measuring grains?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it literally launches that brass about as far as it launches the bullet.
Right.
You need to trim that recoil spring. That'll fix that.
All right,
Lighten up that
Michael,
recoil spring.
tell me all them cartridges you want 42-27 for again.
What was that, Jamie?
Tell me all of those cartridges you wanted 42-27 for.
I still didn't make that out. Sorry. You were breaking up.
The cartridges you want 42-27 for. 45-70, 351 Winchester.
The ones that I'm taking to Dead Zero, yeah. I'm going to be taking basically just my lever guns and my 1907 Winchester and my Springfield M1A1 308.
Okay, he still can't hear me, can he?
I don't know.
You're kind of breaking up. Yeah, I didn't.
I don't know. We
make
can
out
hear
exactly.
you fine. I'm Maybe it's just headphones. I don't know.
Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chico. Yeah,
He-
Jamie, you were just breaking up a little bit.
He said, what cartridges are you trying to reload 4027 with?
Oh, 4227. Oh, I got you.
4220.
I can use 4227 in the 1907 Winchester, the 351. I can use it in 4570. I can use it in 44 mag. I can use it in 45 Colt. So that's the reason why I'm looking for that powder, because it's so versatile. I can use it in just about everything that I'm reloading for right now. I could even use it in my 5095.
Well, I wanted to explain something to you, but if you can't hear me, there's very little need in it. The key phrase in all of those statements you just made is "I can use." That does not mean that it's going to be optimum in any of them.
No, you're absolutely right. It's just I've never used that powder before, so I want to get some so I can try it out and see how it functions in those calibers. You got to understand, Jamie. I'm at the point I'm way behind all of you guys. I'm at the point where I'm still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't.
And
You
what
get what I'm
works
saying?
and what?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yes.
I'm still experimenting with a lot of different types of powders to see what works, what doesn't. And then, as we all know, everybody's individual rifles or handguns, perform individually. They perform however they perform with whatever powder or whatever load, whatever projectile that's being used at that particular time. So, I mean, I'm at the point where I'm still experimenting on what works, what doesn't. That's why that's the only reason why I'm looking for that powder. But I just find it curious that every time I'm looking for it, I can never find it. Even all the online, Mid-South doesn't have it right now. Natchez doesn't have it right now. Midway doesn't have it right now. So when I see something like that, that's telling me that is such a versatile powder that everybody's buying it, and that's why it's sold out all the time.
Well,
I mean, I could be wrong, but go ahead.
Red Bullet Junkie saying it works great in 45 Long Colt. I've used it in 357 Magnum. I've used it in 30-30 and 35. And my opinion of it is it sucks, so they don't make that much of it.
That's a possibility too. That's why it's sold out, because there's not that much of it being produced. Good possibility.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
It's a very slow
But
pistol powder or a very fast rifle powder, and it's versatile in that it can be used in a lot of cartridges. But other than Lead Bullet Junkie saying it works good in 45 Long Colt, I've never heard anybody say that it performs great in anything. Now, maybe some of you guys have, and if you have, please correct me, because I want to know. I've got a pound of it. I need to use it up. Tell me what I can use it in, right?
Well, the other reason why, the main person I have to thank as far as inspiration for getting recently the 1895 Cowboy Marlin in 4570, as well as the Winchester 1907, is Log Cabin Looms. He put out a very extensive series of videos on both those rifles, and that is the powder that he used, and that is the powder that he's been having apparently the most success with, using both those rifles and both those calibers, which is why I became very interested in getting that powder myself. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've been looking for that powder. But secondly, is because, according to my reloading manuals, I mean, it's a very versatile powder, and I can use it in several calibers that I use. So, like I said, just reiterating, it's something that I just want to try, see how it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, well, then I'll move on.
You're out $30 and that's it.
Yep.
So,
All right, Rick. Here's the 2019. Here's the 2018. Supposedly 2018 is the better one, so I'm gonna take 2018 last. We're gonna do 2019.
Nice.
We'll save the
I
best
need
one
to
for
hit
last.
up Tack. I need to hit
Do
up
the
Tack for
best
some of
one,
that.
and we'll go with that. All right. Cheers, fucker.
that'll be cool, Junkie. I can't wait, buddy.
That one's a little smoother in 2017. 2017's got a little bit of bite. That one's not too bad. That's pretty smooth. All right. 2018. Oh, no, I gotta clean the palate a little bit first.
You
I
talking
don't
to
want
me?
to mix the flavors.
Smart man. Smart man.
This one's sealed good. There we go.
Michael, apparently it works really good in bigger bore stuff. So you might be on to something. My concern was you getting your hopes up and then not having much success with it. I've not had any.
All right. Slanjiva.
Cheers.
Score.
I'm gonna have to say she's probably right. It's smooth and it's got the flavor.
18's the win or no?
Yep, that's smooth. 19's not as heavy hitting. 19's very, very smooth. Not hitting very hard. 18 and 17 hit a little harder, but 18 smooth.
This is my second one for the night.
There you go.
Pretty good so far. This is
The
another
real
IPA.
He's like an hour behind everybody.
He is. I think he's watching it from the beginning.
Yeah, I think he accidentally refreshed or something. He's been watching from the beginning for a while. I've been just chuckling every time I see him comment. I'm like, oh yeah, that was about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's been an hour since we talked about that sticker thing.
Oh yeah, easily.
Hey, Michael, that Bullet Junkie's giving you some good information out there, man, for that powder if you ever find it.
You got some good
Hey,
info?
You guys
Yeah.
have a great night. I'm freezing to death in the garage, so I'm gonna get the hell out of here. But it was nice talking to all you guys.
All right, man. Take it
Thank
easy.
you, Rick.
See you, Rick.
Adios, brother.
Good to see you, Rick. Glad to have you, brother.
You too. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for
Yep.
the invite.
Take care, man.
Thank you guys for all watching and having fun.
Nice to
and
meet you,
commenting.
Rick.
Take
I'll
care.
speak to that info over soon.
I sent you email too today, Rick, with my shipping info.
Good.
Thanks, brother.
Congrats on the win, man.
No problem. Thank you, brother.
Oh, what's going on, Chico? You win another?
I didn't win a gun. You know, I haven't won a gun yet, like you, James.
No.
Rick was having that live stream, and actually, I won twice. So the first one, he had those stickers with that new product, that suction cup product. And the first one I won, he was like, "Pick which one you want." It was like shoot counts in the face. He said, I told him I wanted that one. I said, "Send it to Mike Treen." And then he was like, "Is Mike Treen Mr. Holster?" And I was like, "No, that's not." He said, "You know what? I'm gonna send one to Mr. Holster too." So I was like, "That's awesome." And then I won another one. So one is coming to me. One of those little stickers. He said he did a video. It holds like a beer bottle or a root beer bottle. But I told him I wouldn't be. I'd tried like to hold like a powder container or like a solvent container on my reloading bench or something like that, so you won't knock it over.
That's a good idea.
It's actually a damn good idea, but I think it would be more entertaining to put like an empty Miller High Life bottle
Then drive down the
on the
street.
top of your car, and drive around on a Friday night.
Right.
Whereas me and you might find that amusing, Chico might not where he lives.
Right. When keeping it
Sound
real
like they
goes
really
wrong.
Reason to pull Chico over, but they do
Right.
anyway.
What up, y'all?
What's wrong, man?
Hey,
Come back just in time for somebody to drop out. So here I am. How's everybody doing?
Good,
good.
brother.
Man, how you?
I'm doing good.
How's it going, brother?
It's going.
Good night, Lakeview Outdoors.
Later, Lakeview.
So, Alan, you play guitar, and I've never seen you.
Oh,
You've never made a video, or I'm just
not on the Allenby Pro channel. No, you and I have actually talked about it on the phone. It was quite a while ago. Yeah, I've played for over 30 years. I'm not all that good. I'm fun around a campfire. It's simple.
I'm a drummer who plays guitar, and trust me, I'm a very simple guitar player. Same way,
So
it's
rock. So in other
What's
words,
that?
you rock Kumbaya.
I don't even know that song.
Yeah, I've played multiple instruments throughout my life, and the one that I've always had and always gone back to is a regular guitar. I mean, I've got a bass over here. I've played music in numerous ways. I've played a violin, piano, drums, just
That's cool.
all kinds of different things throughout my life. But the guitar is something that I've pretty much played for well over 30 years now.
What is that? Is that a Martin?
Yeah, it's Martin.
Yeah, I'm looking at the headstock. I'm like, it looks like a Martin. No, my acoustic guitar I got cheap. It's a Yamaha FG 111 or 110, and local music shop. Somebody come in, traded it in. This was back before I even started playing guitar, and I was wanting to. I was a drummer, but I was kind of wanting to get into it, and I picked that thing up, and it just sounded so good. It's based on a Martin kind of folk style guitar. I would have to look the model up, but everybody that plays that guitar, of course, when I got it, I adjusted the truss rod, I lowered the bridge, I did something, I made it a lot more playable. But everybody that plays that guitar is like, you want to sell this? Nope. It's got some battle scars on it from being around campfires, but man, it just sounds so good. It plays so good, but it's like, nope, not gonna sell it. That's cool though. I didn't know you were that well versed in all the things that you're a musician, to the point of, wow, that's just. And yeah, I remember us talking about this, and I think it's cool that there's a lot of people out there that are into guns that are also musicians, but like a lot of these YouTube channels, you don't hear about their music side, you know what I mean? Because they're more focused on the gun side. And then I find out there's a lot of gun guys out there that are into music. It's just so cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that gun people are only gun people. That's all they're interested in. And I don't quite understand that mentality. I mean, I'm interested in all kinds of stupid things. And I'm also a self-proclaimed nerd. So I'm also like another one of the hobbies that I've gotten back into as of recently is RCs.
Oh, fun.
So, I mean, how much more diverse? I mean, yeah, I'm into music. I'm into remote controls and robotics, and I'm also a gun guy. just because we're a gun guy doesn't mean that that's the only thing that we're interested in.
Wait, you mean gun guys actually do other stuff?
Oh, what you got there, buddy?
That is my 80-pound Struthers Wrath. Yes, I love archery too. I actually have 3 recurves as well. So
nice. You know,
I will be doing some videos on that. I haven't done anything yet, but I will be doing videos on.
When I was younger, I was into archery a lot more. I don't do it much anymore. I still got a bow, but I just don't. When I was young, I just kind of life, I don't know. It's like you said, Alan, you're just now getting back.
Yep. I had a recurve for a while. I was big into archery for a while. In fact, some of my early videos, I was going to a nearby archery range and doing some videos and stuff. Right now, all I have is a compound Bowtech Diamond series, I think it is. I'm not too big on compound bows. Actually, I like recurves, more traditional bows. I actually wanted to build a longbow for a while, and I had a couple pieces of wood that I was curing, and they split on me because I wasn't really paying attention to them, so I couldn't really use them. But yeah, archery is one of my old interests since I was a kid. I had a long, one of those composite longbows, that you buy for kids back when I was like 9 years old. And I used to run out into the woods with it all the time.
Yeah, and Jamie loves his crossbow, so.
I got a crossbow.
I've had both. I've had crossbows, longbows. I got a friend of mine that I don't know who his friend is, but he builds custom recurve bows, and the one that he built, my buddy, man, that thing's beautiful. It's a laminate. I don't know what woods he used, but beautiful, beautiful bow. Long too. Long.
Yeah, I actually have it right here. Hold on, I'll show it. Hang on.
Hey, yeah, we can show bows and handle bows, but we can't handle guns, right?
Yeah,
that's debatable.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, there is no debate.
I guess we're going to find out, huh?
All right, this is my Bear Kodiak with purple African heartwood.
Nice.
That's heartwood.
Oh yeah, purple African heartwood, and this thing normally goes for close to $1,000. And if I told you what I paid for this, you'd probably cry because I paid around $200.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Sounds like somebody needed
100.
Actually, what it was someone bought it, fucked it up, brought it back to the store, and I simply told the manager in charge at the time that there is no way you can sell it to a customer because the customer is not going to know how to fix it. I spent almost 3 hours fixing the limbs and getting the limbs straightened out to the point where it was shootable. And I pretty much told them straight up, like, you cannot sell that to a customer. They will fuck it up or hurt themselves, one of the two.
So what'd you have to do to it to fix it? What was the matter?
It's kind of hard to explain, but when limbs are bent or misshapen on a recurve bow, there is a way to do it by hand to re-straighten them. I might try and do a video on it, but basically you got to get the limbs warm, but you got to get them warm with your hand. You can't heat up the limbs with anything. You're basically doing a small rubbing motion to get the limbs warm, and then slowly bending and straightening it back into the place where it needs to be.
Oh, I do that every Tuesday.
I was going to say that sounds a little suggestive, but
it's a very complex thing to do. It's not easy and it takes a lot of time.
Hey guys, I don't mean to change the subject, but just for a minute, Chico, Sharinda sent me a text. She's wanting to know what single stage Lee press, and y'all chime in. I sent her a link to the. Okay, you already bought the Challenger.
Yeah,
That other one, the Classic Cast, is a better press, but it's twice as expensive.
correct. The Challenger comes with the priming system. That's the good thing about that one. Versus like the cheapest Lee you can get, it doesn't come with any priming system. The Challenger press does come with the priming arm, so you buy that, you're good. And everything now is breech lock. It has the breech lock system on it, so it's sort of like a quick changeover of the dies.
I would recommend that the heavier one, the Classic Cast, if you can afford it.
Yeah, it's a lot higher. 100 bucks at least or two, ain't it?
The one, oh, and another thing, just check them out on Lee. Don't buy them direct from Lee. Buy them from a dealer. Like, buy them from like Midway, Cabela's, wherever you can find the best deal.
Hey, Sharinda, I'll send you a link to a website to where you need to go buy it at because it's a heck of a lot cheaper. Give me 30 seconds. I'll send you that email.
But yeah, the Classic Cast is the best one, the best single stage. That Lee, not my Rigby though. The Classic Cast is the best. The Challenger breech lock is the second, and then the one like I got back here is the cheapest one. That's like $40. I mean, you can get into reloading for $40. But for a beginning reloader, I recommend this press, the Classic Cast press. And with that, guys, I'm going to have to get off of here because I just got an email that they have rushed my brother-in-law to the hospital.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
he's had a seizure, so I gotta go check out what's going on with him.
All right, brother.
And if you need anything, man, give me a call, text. You know.
Family first. Family first, brother. You're in our prayers.
All right, thanks. Chico, give me a call in a day or two. We got some stuff to figure out what we're doing. But
Yes,
Scott,
sir.
thanks for the link. Guys, thanks for putting up with me. Y'all are a blast. And thanks to everybody watching out there. See y'all
Night, Jamie.
Friday night.
Thanks a lot, Jamie.
Yep.
Thank
Take
you.
care, brother.
Good night.
Jamie.
And Cobra's still way behind. Now he's on the Twitter comment.
I just, nobody is. He made comment. Nobody's responded to him. He's still just way behind. But hey, I'm glad that he's here and watching.
Heck, I even sent him a link.
No, you guys talking about, getting into reloading and everything. I mean, I was lucky when I got into it. My uncle taught me how to do it when I was 21. My dad was into it, but didn't do it much. And I got his press because he got out of it. It's an old Lyman turret TS, I think the name of it is. And that's my single stage. Yeah, it's got the turrets, but I don't, okay, do this, turn it, do this. Everything's single. But I'm telling you, for progressive press, I got a Lee Pro 1000 I've been running for years. And I've had some issues with it, but I upgrade here and there, and it still does good. And I heard my buddy John's got one. The new Pro 1000s they kind of redesigned them, and they're a lot more solid than the old ones. But I mean, when you're getting into reloading, I know a lot of people that will go out and spend buku mega bucks on the most expensive press, and then they don't know how to use it because they didn't learn the basics on a single stage. You know what I mean? So my advice to anybody, learn a single stage, learn what everything you're doing, the purpose for, you know what I mean? So
Actually, I would say the Lee Classic 4-hole turret, because here's why. You can use it as a single stage, or you can use it as like a semi-progressive. But like I myself, I'm using it basically like a single stage, where I have the 4 dies already set up, and I can just boom, do one step, and then once I'm done with the one step, then you turn your turret, go through the next step, then boom, turn your turret, and it makes it just that much a little bit easier, and it's still just as comprehensible as a single stage would, but it kind of saves you a little bit more time, and it's about the same price too. You're paying maybe a little bit more, and I got the whole like set where it came with the loading manual and all these other little trinkets and things, which I don't even use. To be honest, I don't even use like the powder thrower and the priming, deal and all that other crap. I just use it just like a single stage, and man, it's awesome. I recommend that to like everybody that asks me about how I got into reloading, and I think that
starting
is
a dart press
the
is a good
best.
option. You can break it down, and honestly, right now, like the Lyman 8 turret, you can find that thing for around 150 or cheaper, and it is well worth the money. And that's basically a single stage as it is, and that thing rocks. That is rock solid, and you can't go wrong. Lee stuff, again, I started with Lee. I will never knock Lee. They've always taken care of me anytime I had any problems. Same with Lyman. I mean, Lyman's been ridiculous. I called him up and said, "Hey, I got this issue," and I asked how much it was going to be. Instead of telling me what it was going to be, they sent me the entire thing again.
wow.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Wow.
Lyman, Lyman
crazy.
is great.
No, what
Lyman
Michael was
makes
saying,
great stuff.
what Michael was saying about the turret press, I will say that before I got my progressive press, I did the same thing for pistol, where you'd set your 3 dies up, boom, 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 charge it, boom, go, and it was almost like a progressive. The only thing I really use it now for is rifle, because progressive, that's pistol. You know what I mean? That crank them pistol rounds out. You don't have to worry so much. Sometimes you do, they grow, but 90% of the time you don't have to worry about your case growing. Like, you shoot a 223 and it's like one firing, the thing grew, and it's almost 2 firings, you got to trim it. You're not getting around it. And my standpoint on rifle is I trim every time I size, even if it just needs that pinch, because I want everything to be as close to the next round as possible. You know what I mean? When it comes to handgun rounds, though, crank them out. Unless you're, shooting long range or something. But I mean, for your average pistol shooter, crank them out on the progressive. We actually need to get my ass busy. I got a bunch of components that I've been slacking and ain't been loading. Been shooting, but not loading.
Well, if you got 10 millimeter brass, you're more than happy to send it to me. I'm willing to accept it. I'm just saying.
I might have 4 or 5 that I picked up by accident, but I got some 10 millimeters short,
All right, guys. Well, it looks like we got another one that's got to bow out, so we're going to go ahead and just call this. So with that being said, we'll start going through the room. We will start with Armington Axis.
Not a lot going on, man. You know the weather. You don't live that far away, so we were going to try and shoot this weekend. Didn't pan out. We are going to try and shoot next weekend if you're interested. If not sure what day, depending on the weather. We're looking at Saturday or Sunday. Me and Derek are like, well, the weather at this point. I'm like, dude, it's Ohio. You can't plan more than 2 to 3 days ahead. So, but I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Other than that, thanks for having me. I hope everybody checks out everybody that's been here, checks our channel out, whatever. And thanks.
Absolutely, man. Good to have you. Michael, as he lights a pipe.
He's lighting his bowl. Give him a minute.
I am here. Trying to get ready for Dead Zero coming up. I'm loading up as much ammo as I possibly can. Like I was telling Jamie, I'm probably just going to be taking my lever guns and a couple of self-loading rifles. I'm not loading for 308 just yet, so I'm just going to buy. I mean, I got a pretty good, stock up of 308 ammo. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing is just I'm going to be casting, reloading, and I need to zero in my 75 or 4570 and my 5095 here. And that's pretty much all I'm working on right now is just getting ready for Dead Zero and hopefully see many of you guys there.
Cool, man. Good to have you. Chico.
Yes, sir. Guys, I want to say thanks for the link. Sorry I couldn't be on here earlier. I'm pretty much doing the same thing. Gonna be loading up some stuff for Dead Zero. As far as the accuracy is, for my 308, and I'll have plenty of 357 38 for my lever gun, and hopefully I'll be able to get up with Jamie and Kyle this weekend down at Kyle's shooting property where I can go stretch her legs out on my Predator. So that's it, guys. I appreciate the link.
Cool, man. Yeah, good to have you, and I hope you feel better soon, man.
Yes, sir. Me too, bro. It sucks.
Yeah, I hear you there, man. I'm starting to get under the weather again with the way that keeps going up and down out here. Drives me nuts.
I hope he feels better soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Chico. I was chatting with the Gun Snob in side chat earlier, and him and Gizzard Gary, Sarge, they all went to shot, and I guess Gizzard got sick. I said, "Oh, you got the shot virus." I swear, every year, you see all these guys go out there, and every year at least half of them get sick. And it's like, well, yeah, look at how many people you're shaking hands and interacting with, and so I'd like to go, but I don't want the virus.
Yep. No one wants any of that crap. All right.
That's a get well soon to Gizzard Gary.
With that being said, we will jump over to the one, the only, the Alan B. Pro Janice Gay.
Well, thank you, man. We have had a very, very good evening. This evening had a great illustrious panel. Some of the veterans, some of the newers, some of the staples. Had a absolutely phenomenal side chat, and eventually I think the real Cobra Burnout might catch up with the actual chat. I could be wrong, but it's been entertaining to me watch him make comments about something that happened an hour ago. Thank you everybody for coming. Keep in mind there is still efforts going on for Mr. Holster. And I'll let Scotsman do a little bit more elaboration there. Thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
Yep. Awesome, man. Thank you. And yeah, guys, we're still working on the GoFundMe for Mr. Holster. I just put the link again in the side chat. It is in the description down below as well. We are so close to the goal right now. And once we reach that goal, we will be doing 4 giveaways. So, possible opportunity to win a couple guns and some other cool stuff. So, lots of good stuff going there. Again, once we're done, the Hornet Fixer will be launching another campaign to help out as well. These bills are not ending, unfortunately, and things, again, are not looking too good. So, the more we can do to help out and get him on the way to where he needs to be, and make it as peaceful and as easy as possible, which I know sounds kind of really bad, but anytime you can make it easier for someone, especially when they got other people involved, like his wife, that's the best thing we can do. So guys, continue to help out if you can. It is much, much appreciated. With that being said, guys, we will see you next week, and y'all take it easy, and Slanjiva.
Cheers.
Woo!